Howdy folks, Craig here on the third floor for another live stream. We've got Arcanist Hoffman and we've got that against Molly. So Mike, a local player here in the Carolinas Conference, he's playing Molly. And then we've got Jeremy playing Arcanist Hoffman. I don't know if you guys have somebody like Jeremy in your meta, but this is, your first miniatures game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, never played a miniatures game before. Decides to play Malifaux because that's really the easiest one to learn, right? Not in no way one of the more complicated miniature games there are, let alone deepest. And in the matter of how many months have you been playing?
Less than 6.
Less than 6 months. He is a competitive player who does well. He's a very, very good player. Mike, you've been playing for a little while.
Just over a year.
Just over a year now. But don't get a chance to get as many games in as Jeremy. So I think it's going to be a strong matchup. So we're going to put up here in a second, we're going to show kind of what the board looks like. We're also going to give you shots of what the pool is. We're playing Turf War. Mike, can you start off by just telling us what your crew is?
Over here I have Philip and the Nanny. I have a Night Terror. Behind the building I have a Krooligan. The other Night Terror right here. And the alternate version of Molly, Mary Blacktongue Bonnet. And then over here I have Necrotic Machine. Behind the building where you wouldn't be able to see it is Forgotten Marshal and Dr. McMorning.
So you hired McMorning. I have a feeling that had something to do with the fact that you knew we had declared Hoffman, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to find a way to deal with armor.
Well, all right. So Jeremy, what have we got on your crew?
I have Charles Hoffman, the mechanical attendant, the alternate for Joss, the Watcher, Guardian, Arachnid Swarm, your favorite, the Soulstone Miner, and a Warden.
Excellent, excellent. All right. Very quick overview on the board. All the tall buildings are height 5, impassable, and blocking. All the rail cars that you see here, height 3, blocking, impassable. The shorter buildings are height 3 as well, impassable. The covered porches are impassable. The ones that are uncovered mean nothing. The tracks themselves are severe terrain. There's a passage here and an overlay passage here. Those are not severe, so anything that goes over there is free. The 2 cactus patches are height 2, dense, concealing. You've got height 5 rocks here that are blocking. You've got height 2 rocks here that are blocking, and then all of the crates that you see spread around all over the place are height 1 climbable. 2 very unique pieces of terrain, though. The Hangman's galley here is not blocking, but it is concealing, so you can see through it, and it provides concealing. It's height 2 climbable. The stairs are free. And then the other one here is the water tower. Same type of thing. You can see through it. It provides concealing. One of the ways that we like to try to get as much concealing on the board, not just being forests, it's another way to get concealing on the board. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut to kind of an in-depth look at the board, and then we're also going to show you what the strats and schemes and crews are. So we'll be back in just a couple minutes. All right, so we are back. We're about to start turn one. Just real quick, guys. Who won attacker defender?
I was the attacker.
So we got Molly as the attacker. We've got Hoffman as the defender, and then so you picked the corner.
Yep.
And then you split your forces.
Yep.
I thought the split one had Molly in it. The other one had McMorning in it. He picked the Molly, right?
I did.
To go first. You deployed first. You deployed yours. Okay. Sam, questions in the chat?
Yes, we had one question asking what was the reasoning behind making the cactus patches not hazardous.
So it was tempting. I considered doing it. Where I ended up being is that it would create a little bit too much imbalance and put too much give too much significance to who won the flip on picking sides. If the cactus were a little bit more spread out, not all in one corner, it would have been a little bit different. So that's why. And then I think the other question we got was about whether we're using Gaining Ground Season 0, and the answer is yes, we are. All right, gentlemen, let's flip for initiative. Actually, let me show your hands. So this is going to be the opening hand for Rezer.
Ooh, that's inverted.
Is it upside down?
Backwards.
All right, let's try. How about now?
There you go.
Okay, that's a little bit easier. All right, so there's our Rezer hand. And then I'm going to bring us over very quick without trying to make you sick to your stomach.
And don't look at the...
Show you the Arcanist hand. All right, gentlemen, let's go ahead and flip for initiative. Notice the sweet third floor war swag. Oh, yeah, these guys are all branded up. I like it. All right, gentlemen, good luck.
All right.
That's a good start.
Cheating?
Nope.
My deck only has 10s.
All right, so Mike, your option to cheat.
I will not cheat.
Okay.
You can go first, sir.
All right, first activation. I'm going to go ahead with Necrotic Machine. It is just going to walk. I'm just going to have it walk once and then focus. So rough measure out of 5.
Movement of 5?
Yeah, a move of 5, but I'm going to cut it a little bit short. I don't want to get too close into him. So I'm just going to go to there and then be focused. That's the end of my first activation.
Cool. I will activate Hoffman. That will trigger his power nexus at the start of this model's activation. Every friendly construct within 6 will gain a power token. So that will be all of my models currently. I already measured it out, so they're all within 6. They can use these for positives and suits, or at least the majority of the crew. After that, everybody gets one. I will attempt overcharge onto the Spider Swarm. Stat 6 needs a 12 to go off, so I'll need to flip at least a 6. This will give him a power token and fast. That is most definitely better than a 6, so he is now fast and gains an additional power token. Next, I will attempt. Next, I'll attempt his bonus action, which is emergency power transfer, attempting to remove one of the power tokens from the swarm and give it to Joss. Choose a friendly model within range with more power tokens than the target. Remove a power token, and the target gains a power token and may end one condition on itself. So this is stat 7 with the baked-in mask. The 10 is 10, so I'll need at least a 3. Better than a 3. So 1 token from the swarm goes to Joss. Now, Hoffman's second activation, I will do overcharge again, this time targeting Joss. Again, stat 6, and the target is 12, so I need a 6. That is not a 6. Cheating in the 6. Joss is now fast and gains an additional power token. third and final AP for Hoffman, I will attempt to give the Guardian fast. I'll need a 6. That is not a 6. Make it happen. Guardian gains a power token and fast, and that is the end of Hoffman's activation. On you, sir.
My second activation, I will go with the Forgotten Marshal because I gave him the Whisper. I'm going to have Intuition look at the top 3. I can put them back in any order. I like that. I am then going to walk twice with a move of 5. And then I'm going to use this bonus action and release the dead. Stat 6, I'll need a TN of 10 plus the cost, so it's really 4 above and a crow. So first I'll go and do the move.
And nearly kill himself in the process.
They can't prove it. First move to there. Then I will cut a move of 3.
Man, you are just the master of disaster.
And get to right there. And then release the dead. I'm going to call out a Kruligan. So I need a 8 of crows. But I will cheat in a 9 of crows to make sure I get it. You just want to leave them there?
Yep.
We can go handy camera.
So.
We got our summons back there.
I'll then summon in a Kruligan in base contact. It will gain the Call of Madness upgrade. It will give it slow, and it will take half life, irreducible damage. That will put it down to 2 health. And then that'll be the end of that activation.
Awesome. So for my next activation, I will activate the Soulstone Miner. It will stun itself so that I gain a Soulstone. It will then focus and attempt to bury. That is stat 5. Target number is 10, so I'll need a 5. That is not a 5. Sometimes you just got to do it.
Yeah, you're getting killed on these target numbers.
Yeah. So that'll happen. Soulstone Miner berries. And he's done. It's on you, sir.
I will go ahead and activate my slow brand new Kruligan. He's just going to walk once with a move of 4. Try to get a little bit close to the corner, but still be hidden behind the train here.
Hey Ray, have we revealed schemes?
Not yet. I'll go ahead and do that now.
And then that'll be all for his activation.
Awesome. Next up is going to be the Warden. The Warden is going to perform his bonus action of power transfer to push up to 2 inches. He'll do that to push into base contact with the strategy marker.
Are you going overhead?
He will then use an interact action to flip the marker to the good guys. And then his final AP, he is going to walk. His movement is 5. He would be slowed down by the terrain. I'm only moving him 3, so he should have plenty of movement to get to where he is. And that is the end of the Warden's activation.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and bite the bullet. How many cards do you have left in hand?
I have 4 cards in hand.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and activate Molly early. I do not get to benefit from her ability of drawing up to my opponent's hand size, but I will use first AP to walk her to right here so I can touch the marker. Because we are using GG Season 0, created markers could not be in base contact in the beginning, so had to make the movement. I'll then flip the marker to Rezzer's hat. I'm then going to go ahead and use her bonus action Premonition. I can discard as many cards as I want and push that many friendlies within 4 inches, 2 inches. Or no, they may discard a card. It'll be focus 1 and push 2 inches. I'm going to throw away a 1 and a 3. And I'm going to push these 2 Night Terrors because they discarded cards. They will also have a push of 5 that ignores other models. Anything pushed through this way will suffer a TN13 move, duel, or suffer damage. And then because Philip and the Nanny has Rambling Man, it is whenever another friendly model discards cards within 3 inches of her, it's already pre-measured that they are within 3. If they have a fading, she copies all that effect. So she will have 2 5-inch pushes queued up on her. I'll use hers first.
Wow. That is a fast nanny.
Yep. And then her second push. First push of a Night Terror. We'll go to here. And then it's 2-inch push to there and gain focus 1. And now this Night Terror. We'll do a 5-inch push. Get to about there. 2-inch push to get just right beside my necrotic machine. Keep him protected with the aura. And then third AP for Molly.
You said it was shaking. I was thinking it was shaking.
I'm going to have her walk up to try to get within my Night Terror's concealment aura. So she has a move of 5. She'll just come up to about there. Just kind of hide out with it. And that'll be all for Molly.
Awesome. So next up, I'm going to go with the Mechanical Attendant. It is going to attempt its Internal Magnet as a pulse of 6, stat 5, target number is 10, so I'll need at least a 5. I could choose either away or towards, pushing all scraps and friendly models with power tokens up to 3 inches in the chosen direction of this model. This being the Mechanical Attendant. So I'll need a 5. Better than a 5. So everybody gets to move away 3 inches in that aura. We'll start with Josh. Hoffman's going to go back toward there. This guy's just going to go forward until he gets to the edge. And then let's go him going away. There. Perfect. Actually, I need him to go just a little bit more. Now, I'm going to use the power transfer to push 2 inches with the Mechanical Attendant. And then I will attempt the Internal Magnet again. Stat 5, target number 10. I'll need a 5. That's definitely a 5. All right. So the models within 6 can go away.
Can we have a moment of silence for the red Joker flipping for a target number less than 10?
No, because it's Arcanist. Third Floor Wars has standards.
No, Craig has standards. I have none.
And the Mechanical Attendant is done. It's on you, sir.
Alright, I will go ahead and go with Philip and the Nanny. I will just have it... Where my thing go? Yeah. I'm just going to walk twice to go up touching the strategy marker. And then attempt to turn on Boring Conversation. Needing a 7. Nailed it. It's like I knew that was there. I have a 6-inch aura that if anybody tries to take a non-walk action, they will have to pass a TN10 willpower duel or just fail the action. And that'll be all of Philip and the Nanny.
Cool. All right. I will go with. Sure. Let's go with the Guardian. He is going to. He has diesel engine, so at the start of his activation, he may move up to 3 inches, ignoring other models. So he is going to go. Here. He will now attempt to toss Joss. Joss will relent. No target number, so it succeeds regardless of the number. Fortunately me, since I can't flip highly today. And Josh may push up to 10 inches. So. Go
Sam's got the chat.
here.
No, I'm watching the stream.
Okay.
Next, I will. My intention was to have that a little bit more room there, so we're going to have to make it work. I will use the bonus action of the Guardian to push 2 inches, or up to 2 inches. Going to move just over a bit so that I am still within 1 inch of the swarm. And I am going to attempt to toss the swarm.
I'm going to stop you there for a second. This is 2 damage because Molly can see you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's the less caress ability.
And the Guardian has armor, so he'll take 1.
Yep.
And then he will attempt the toss successfully.
Yeah, I remember.
And I'm just going to go directly that way to here. And then final AP with the Guardian because he was fast.
It's working.
I will focus and be done. It's on you, sir.
All right. Going to go ahead and activate the Night Terror that is over here. Be this one. I'm just going to have it walk twice with flight. Slip around here, not hit that again. I will jump to about here. And then I will be just short of the strategy marker. About there. Cut myself a little short. And then I will attempt Negation Aura. It's until the end phase, enemy models within range must each discard a card to cheat fate, and it's a 3-inch aura. I need a 5, and I'm looking for a mask for my reposition trigger to move 3. I will just go ahead and let that go.
I want to cheat the mask.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I knew the
But
two.
you knew that was coming.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. I just didn't care if I got it.
All right, all set?
Good.
Cool.
I just announced the mask because that's going to be the usual use of it.
And who over here has activated?
The Kruligan and the Forgotten Marshal.
And
the Night Terror.
so all 3 of these have activated.
Yep.
He's activated, she's activated. McMorning has not.
Nope. Kruligan has not. And other Night Terror is not.
Understood.
Yes.
Okay, I will go with.
Did you get your pass token?
I did not.
I did summon. So you do have a 1 pass token now.
Thank you, sir. So next up, I will go with the Watcher. Watcher is going to his movement is 7. And then it will focus. And then use its bonus action just to move a bit more. It could move up to 2 inches. I'm not going to move the full. I'm going to stay right here and be done.
Alright, I will activate my Night Terror that is back here. I'm just going to have it do the same thing. Double walk, attempt negation aura. Looking for the mask just to get there. First move to there. Second walk of 5 with flight to there. And then attempt negation aura. We got the aura, but not the mask. So 3-inch aura, he cannot cheat or unless he discards, but I wanted the 3-inch push. Back to you.
Cool. So who do you have left?
I have Dr. McMorning and this crew.
And I have a Swarm and Joss. Man's over there. Okay. So Joss is going to activate. He is going to and he is fast. Can I see Molly's card really quickly?
Yes, you may.
And the necrotic machine, I'm sorry. And does the necrotic machine have fast or anything?
No.
Okay.
He does have focus though.
He does have. Oh, he does have focus.
Yes, he does have focus. You guys fast.
Gotcha.
I just thought about that.
I meant focus.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. So with Joss, I am going to and the railroad tracks are severe, so it will slow me to go across. So first go. Gonna charge that way. When Josh, his movement is 5, I'm not gonna quite go to 5. When Josh charges, he gains a power token.
Mm-hmm.
So that was his first AP of his 3 since he was fast. Double check that range because I wanted to make sure that he was within 8. Yes, he is. He will attempt his bonus action of command construct onto the swarm. It is a stat 6, needing at least an 8 of tomes. Non-leader construct only. Target takes a non-bonus action that does not attach upgrades or list the model by name. So he will attempt that onto the swarm. I'll need a 8 of tomes. That is a 6 of tomes. Gonna cheat and make this happen. It's gonna get the swarm to walk.
Now, is that a... I'm going to stop you real quick. Is that a contested duel, or can it only be done on friendly constructs?
It is a contested duel.
So the swarm relented.
The swarm relented.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Between turns.
Okay. So that is 1 AP and a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Josh is going to focus as his second action and final AP. He is going to just walk a bit more to right there.
The intent was out of line. So
Yep. And Josh is done.
all right.
I'll pick up my markers. It's the only model I have left is the Swarm.
I'm going to go ahead and activate this Kruligan back here. On activation, it has by your side, I may discard a card to put it within 2 inches of a friendly non-minion that has the same keyword. So I'm going to stick it all the way up here. Put him near Molly. He has a move of 4. So he is going to go up and he's going to get the marker.
So you guys want to mark the markers?
Oh, I have them.
Okay.
I got little tags.
Cool.
So fancy.
I know. Came with the scheme markers. And then that'll be all for that Kruligan.
Cool.
What do you have left, Jeremy?
I have the
Just
Swarm
the
left, and a pass token, and you have McMorning.
I do.
I will use my pass token.
All right. Let's see what kind of magic McMorning can pull off. Gonna have him walk 5 over this way. Gonna have him walk, breaking it up into a 3, and then a 2. And then I believe I am within 4 inches of my Kruligan. So he is going to use Doctor's Orders. Does not take a flip. It's actually a 6 inch, not a 4 inch, so it's even better off. I can discard a card, and it is a friendly model only. Move the target up to 4 inches. So I'm going to get my Kruligan a little bit further back to safety. And then for his final action, he will just go ahead and focus. That is the end.
The doctor is about to operate.
How tall is McMorning?
2.
And so is Molly?
Yep. Everything I have is 2 except for Kruligans.
Okay.
Are the Night Terrors height 2? Size 2?
Yeah.
No kidding. I don't think I knew that.
Okay.
What do you think they were?
I don't know.
Oh, fair enough.
Can I see a Night Terror card really quickly?
Yes, you may.
You can look at it in average speed if you prefer.
All right. Let's go with a Steam Swarm. He also has diesel engine, so he gets to move 3 inches at the start of his activation. He is fast as well. Bonus action, it can walk as a bonus action. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go to base to base. So now I have 3 AP remaining.
I hate those models so much. God, I hate those models.
Okay, so
We have the first outburst.
Oh,
Now it's a live stream.
count down to Craig Tilt and go.
I'm not even playing the game.
okay, I will.
All right, so let's recap that real quick. So
He's done nothing, and he's halfway across the board.
3 inch push, for activating. 4-inch push bonus, 4-inch move bonus action.
5-inch.
5-inch move bonus action.
Right.
Was that from?
And it's a move, not a push.
It moved, yeah.
It's a move, not a push. And then he's fast because of Hoffman.
Yes.
And he got tossed because of the Guardian.
Correct.
And Joss obeyed him to walk.
Correct.
Fuck Arcanist.
All right, and I'm going to flip the marker
Everything's
for
fine.
my first AP.
It's all fine.
And then I will charge the
And here's
Night
what I say
Terror.
to that.
and ending in base-to-base contact for my second AP and attack. This is Metal Claws, stat 6 against your defense because I'm in base-to-base contact with you, and the swarm has latch on, which enemy models in base-to-base contact suffer a -1 in defense. You will be on a -1 for your defense.
Yep.
Cool.
Stat 6 and stat 4. 17.
17.
flip, Rezer.
We might have a chance.
Okay, I'll go to a
We didn't have a chance.
18. Since I charged, I get a positive to my damage flip. And since he has strength in numbers, I get an additional positive to my damage flip. So that will be 2 positive. The stat would be just a negative, so I'm on a straight flip.
You're on a single positive.
Single positive, that's right. Single positive.
Everything's fine.
Totally fine.
Is this still the first general AP?
Yeah. Alright, so flip those over there.
They are 2 weeks.
2 weeks. But
I'm going to cheat in out. It has built-in onslaught. I'm sorry, I should have mentioned that.
Yeah, so you're declaring the
We
onslaught.
all
Upon the
know
outside.
that it has
Yeah.
built-in.
And I'm just making sure we're all on the same page.
oh, we're all on the same.
I do not.
Okay, and I will cheat in the severe for
5.
5 damage.
It is at 1 health now.
Cool.
Onslaught.
Onslaught.
But I didn't die.
But you didn't die. Sorry.
Second, I flip the marker
Got it.
as for 1. And so, second onslaught attack.
13.
And I am at a 13 as well. Would you like to cheat?
17.
Boom.
All right, then you are good. I will third AP,
Your fast AP.
my fast AP. I'm gonna try it again.
Here we go again.
3rd time's a charm.
Hup.
Flip it on the pile.
I'm on an 8.
I'm terrible.
You've been
And I
so
am
good
on a-
until now. The
Until
pressure.
now, I am on a 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
So match the double negative.
Would you like to cheat?
I will
No
not.
cards. Yeah, I will. So I will go to a. She can't see me, I don't believe, because all those models are 2.
Yeah.
And he's a 1.
Well, is Necrotic a 2?
Yes.
It is.
Necrotic
Yep,
is a
so
2.
you're good. Yep.
Everything but Hooligans.
Okay, so negative flip for the damage.
The strength and numbers.
Strength in numbers.
So straight flip.
Straight flip. Yeah, sorry, straight flip.
Dude,
Black Joker.
one place to flip it.
I lived!
Wow.
You can understand why I didn't want to put it there. Yeah, so he's done.
All right.
And that is the end of the turn.
All right, that's turn. All right, we're gonna flip over and show you guys. What are we gonna show them?
We're going to show them a list. There's a request
Okay,
in the chat
let's
to
show the
see
list.
the list again.
Several. But
Several requests.
And then we'll try to get this hand cam working for us too.
All right, sounds good. We'll be back in a few.
Black Joker.
Just make sure. All right, guys. Start of turn 2. So a couple things. One, Sam said in the chat that you guys were wondering about, how we felt about the Gaining Grounds Season 0. Ray and I have talked a lot about it. I think Ray and I are both not only really happy with it, but very impressed by it. I think that the way that Kyle and Matt handled obeys, without touching obeys, was pretty impressive. It'll be very interesting to see, obviously, how it plays out. But the word that came to mind when Matt showed it to me was elegant. So I was very impressed by that. As far as how it's going to affect the U.S. Faux Tour, we're going to allow all of the different variants, but not the different modes. I forget what the term is.
Yeah, and I think it's like scenarios or whatever. So basically, what we're not going to allow is like henchman hardcore,
Right.
The all in brawl, and there's one other mode that we're still going to do the 50 soulstone.
Yeah, all the 50 soulstone versions are going to be allowed. So if you guys want to do single master, if you guys want to do the ban format and stuff like that, that'll all be allowed for USFT. We talked to Mike about kind of the order of operations on fading, so I think that we're good there. And then we also talked about Jeremy about declaring a trigger on an action that is from a trigger. So they both got 2 wet noodles to the ankles, and I think they're all better now. Sure. Let's go ahead and let's start turn 2. We've got new hands. Jeremy, if you'll just turn around so Mike can show me his hand.
Oh.
Okay, so
Dude, you are a hot mess tonight.
This is yeah. Hey, Mike, can you hold my baby real quick? No, I'm kidding. All right, so that's Rezzer hand. Okay, let's put that back. Jeremy, you want to show me your hand? Let's take a look at what the Arcanist has got to work with here.
I'm gonna want to space those out a little bit so we can see those numbers.
So we can see that a little bit. What do we got over here? Okay, good. Okay, so we were at Flip for Initiative. Obviously, no score.
All right. Would you like to cheat?
I would not.
Okay. So this time, I am going to go first. And with my first activation, I am going to go with... Let's go with the Swarm.
The Swarm.
It is going to just go ahead and take a swing at the
Night Terror.
Night Terror. Stat 6 against your defense, which still is reduced by 1.
Yep. 6 to 4. I'm at a 6.
I'm at a 7. Would you like to cheat?
I'll go to a 10.
And I will go to a 12. So straight flip.
Yep.
Flip on the, there you go.
Yep. Onslaught trigger this time as well, but I won't need it because it kills the Night Terror.
You might Black Joker again? Oh, no,
Yeah,
it was...
no,
That's the damage flip.
Yeah.
Oh, I paid attention.
So you got a corpse marker?
Yep. They are undead and beast, so they will drop a corpse before being removed.
They're beasts?
Yeah.
Oh,
Undead and beast.
I don't think I knew that.
Can I see the card for the Forgotten Marshal?
Yes, you may.
Yeah, exactly. Secret Marcus Tech.
So is this is coming through now? Okay.
Good. Okay, so second AP, I'm going to make sure I have the range. I'm going to charge the Forgotten Marshal.
Yep.
Okay.
And you are in base contact, correct?
Correct. So attack and stat 6 against your defense.
I will be down to a 3 because of the -1 defense.
Okay.
16?
I'm at a 17. Since I charged, I get a positive for that, as well as...
I am hard to win those, so that cancels out.
And then I have the second one for strength in numbers.
Yep, but then you are on a week because of your one off, so just straight flip.
Yep.
Straight flip, yep. That is a weak, and of course, onslaught trigger.
Yep.
Make sure we're clear on that.
Almost got him.
Jawohl.
And what's his total wounds?
He has 8, but he also has hard to kill, so there's going to have to be one extra attack in there.
Gotcha. So I am going to... I'm actually not going to cheat this. I'll just go to the final attack. Or the onslaught attack, I should say.
All right, so what was the week?
The weak is 2. My apologies.
Oh, good. Just making sure we get this right. 11.
12.
Let's go to a 15.
I'm actually going to let this go.
And then that was your final action?
That is my final. I have my bonus action is I could take a walk with it, but we're engaged. I'm not going to do that, so I'll just stay.
All right. What is the size of your swarm?
1.
I'm going to go ahead and activate Forgotten Marshal.
Okay.
He is going to have intuition, so off the Whisper upgrade. Check these, put them back in the way I want. Leave it like that. I'm going to attempt to Pine Box your swarm. It's a stat 2 against your size. This will attempt to give you Distracted 1 and bury you.
Okay.
I'm at a 13.
Against my size, I am at an 8.
Would you like to cheat?
I'll pass.
Alright, so this will give you Distracted 1 and bury you. And whenever you activate, you have to attempt a TN 13 willpower duel. Whenever you pass, or if I'm killed or buried, you'll unbury in base contact with me.
Okay, so I bury, so I come off the table.
Yep.
And how do I unbury myself?
Whenever you activate again, you will pass a TN 13 willpower duel.
Hey,
You'll
guys.
come back in base contact with me.
Chat's
Okay.
bringing up a valid point. Something just died. We're playing turf war.
Died, so we should be flipping that guy.
Yes.
So technically, the verbiage on turf war is can flip. It's not a must absolutely do it.
Right.
So keep that in mind moving forward. That if you kill something, it is on you to remember to flip that marker back to
Understood.
neutral.
Understood. Rookie mistakes. All right, so I bury, and in order to come back, I have to pass the TN willpower duel, and then I'm in base contact with you.
You will come
if
back.
if I kill you before then, what
You will
happens?
come back in base contact before I am removed.
Understood.
If I am buried, dead, or you pass the duel, you come back to base contact with me.
Understood. Any damage at all?
No.
Okay.
Did not have either of the crow triggers.
Was that a melee attack?
It is.
Okay.
So then I will go ahead, since I didn't have to use 2 actions on that. I will walk my 5, go around to here, and we will attempt to release the dead. And this time we want a 9 of crows to bring out a night terror.
Okay, that 9 of crows is in your hand.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I knew it wasn't there. I was gonna say it could have been there, but no. And so that was all 3, or 2 of my AP and my bonus.
I'm gonna ban you from chat.
The Night Terror will come in with the upgrade, and it will take half of its health and damage. Y'all thought he was gone. He's still here. Base contact. And it will give him slow. And then Forgotten Marshal's ability is whenever something is summoned within 4 inches, I can discard a card to have it heal 1. And that works on his summons. So my Night Terror, I care a lot more about actually doing this for. It will discard a 2. So it will go and have a 5-inch push. The ignoring models, yada yada. Same thing I did earlier. So it's just going to scoot all the way up to the corner. Very, very corner. And it will heal 1. So it will be at 4 health.
Nice.
And slow. And then that is all for Forgotten Marshal.
Sweet. I am gonna go with the...
Oh, I missed something. Research specimens. Whenever Forgotten Marshal... No, he didn't kill anything. I'm wrong.
Okay.
I didn't miss anything.
There we go.
I wish he'd killed it. That would have been a lot better.
Killing is patently better than burying, generally speaking.
Cool. I am gonna go with the mechanical attendant. And he is going to... Cool. He's going to walk. His movement is 5. He isn't going to need that much of it. So he's going to walk to here. He's going to attempt his internal magnet, stat 5. Target number is 10. He'll need a 5. That is not a 5. Going to make this happen so that I can push Hoffman up to 3 inches, or models within 6. I could actually move the Guardian too, but Hoffman is going to go there. And then, so that is 1 AP, 2 AP, bonus action. He's going to use his power transfer, which is his second bonus action. Second on his card. He has 2 on his card. He's only using 1, of course.
Good clarification.
Sorry about that. And he's done.
I mean, it was that, or we really thought the arcs were broken.
So an Arcanist house rule at the 3rd floor, all arcs get 2 bonus actions a turn.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
All right,
Seems
so
fair.
question I have. How many cards do you have left in hand?
I have 5 cards in hand.
I'm going to activate Molly. This time I will benefit. Whenever she activates, I draw to match my opponent's hand size. Look away for a second so everybody can tell what I do now have in hand. Doubt anybody's keeping track, but hey, just in case. Molly will then...
Appreciate the extra effort.
Oh yeah. Use 2 of her movement to go there, 2 of it to climb, and then 1 to go in. She's going to climb up the gallows. And for clarification, she can now see most of the board except for... These were 3?
I believe so, yeah.
So 3-inch shadow on that, 3-inch shadows on the cars, 1-inch shadow on that. The Watcher is a size 1?
Size 1.
So Watcher is currently hidden. And that was supposed to be another 3, so I can see the Watcher. I should be able to see this cluster. I cannot see Watcher.
You cannot see Joss or the buried models.
Cannot see Joss. He is in the 3-inch shadow. Make sure that was kept track, because I heard some questions were about seeing right here. I did have some size 2s in my way, so I did not get to see the confrontation going on.
Joss.
Which allows the onslaught trigger that did not happen.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Yes. At least I didn't die from it.
This is true.
Yes. I deserve to die for it, but...
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, the model did, not me.
I'll then have her put down a scheme marker, and then go to remove that scheme marker to use a lost knowledge action. I do need a 5 to get that off, though. The removal marker is a cost, so I placed it, I took it. And that is at least 5. So, removing that marker, I draw 2.
How many cards in hand?
1 too many. And that's new cards. And throw away a 1. And then that'll be all of Molly.
Sweet.
Walk, marker, get rid of the marker, draw some more cards.
Okay, so I am going to go with the Guardian. He is going to attempt to toss Hoffman. Hoffman will relent. That will succeed. Tossing him up to 10 inches.
Is there a target number to toss?
There is no target number for toss, so it would happen even on a black joker.
Nice.
So I just want to get him.
You wouldn't be able to go behind the corner of the building?
Not behind the corner. I just want him to be. Yeah, that'll work. All right, and then I will use the bonus action of the Guardian. Would Molly still be able to see the Guardian? I know that the Watcher is 2, so.
I do still have a sight line on you.
Sure, cool.
Because
Yeah.
this is size 2 and I am size 2, I am looking from a height 4.
Yep, I will toss the Warden and just accepts.
2 damage.
Yep, I'll take 1. He, of course, relents. So I'm just going to push him to here. So I want to get him closer, but not quite in base to base. And I'll take my 1 damage because of my armor. And I am done.
Alright. Do a little measuring before I'd make a move. Alright. I will go ahead and activate McMorning. I'm going to have him walk and then charge Hoffman. So breaking that up, that's a 2, 2, and then I lose a ½ inch going over this.
Mm-hmm.
And then charge, I'd be losing 2.5 inches out of the 5. So another ½ inch. So it's going to have to be a walk charge to get all the way across and get to Hoffman.
And I am going to, you targeted Hoffman, so I'm going to discard a card so that you are now targeting the Warden.
Yep. This will be a stat 7 against defense. So I'm at a 20.
Are you using take the hit?
Now I'm using
Protected.
Protected Construct.
Okay.
So the Warden is at 7.
Yeah, I did forget to mention, this is the Skull Saw tag. It is his 1-inch melee. It is a 7 with a crow built in, so I'm currently at a 20 with double crow. And you were at what? 7?
I am at a 7.
Would you like to cheat?
I would not.
Alright, that will have me on a positive.
Trigger?
We'll declare the infect trigger. Because there's 2 crows in this, it will be poison 2. So I have flipped severe. That will be 5 damage, and you either discard a card or gain injured 2. And because of precise on the front of McMorning's card, I ignore armor, hard to wound, hard to kill, and shielded condition. So this is 5 damage you can't stop.
Absolutely, and that will kill the Warden. He will drop a scrap marker.
Nice scrap.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, how nice is that scrap marker?
All right. So, Dead Warden.
And because of the table quarter, it doesn't affect any turf markers, or actually it does, doesn't it?
It does. Remove that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now...
All right, so you each have gotten a freebie now. Next time it's forgotten, it's forgotten.
we were still on the end of it.
Yeah, we were still resolving.
Yeah. I do not have anyone else in range to use Doctor's Orders on, so I'll bonus action use it on himself. It's discard a card, and it's move them 4 inches. So I'm going to have him scoot back and just kind of hide him from something big that might come running through.
Okay.
Or I might just let him straight into Joss. I forgot Joss was back there. But we're good.
All right. I am going to go with... Let's go with Hoffman. When he activates, that's going to trigger his power nexus. So models within 6 inches will gain a power token. That will be Joss and the Guardian and himself. So 2, Guardian 3, and Joss goes to 5. Cool. I'm sorry, I also went... No, he doesn't get to do that. Oop, never mind. So next, I am going to attempt my... Does McMornan have any armor or shielding?
No. Hard to wound and organ donor. Whenever he uses melee, he'll heal 2. Appreciate that.
Understood. Okay, I am going to attempt my overcharge on to Joss to give him fast and a power token. Stat 6, target number 12, so I'll need a 6. Easily getting there. So Joss gains a power token to go up to 6 tokens. And fast. Next, I will attempt to give fast to the...
You're declaring the same action the second time?
I am, and I'm going to take
2
the damage.
Got it.
Yep.
Just make sure I declare it.
Of course. I'll stat 6, target number 12, I'll need a 6. That is not a 6. Cheating it in to make it happen. So the Guardian will gain a power token and fast. Then I will now, let's charge with my 3rd AP. Let's go ahead and charge McMorning.
All right.
This is Enhanced Fist, stat 6 versus defense. There is a tone built into this. I am going to use one of my power tokens for a positive to the attack flip.
All right.
Sorry. Let me make sure I get the... I'm at a 11.
I'm at a 14.
All right, I am going to... I'm at you at a 14.
I'll go to a 15.
Fair enough. That will fail. Bonus action. Still within 6. I'm going to attempt to take one of the power tokens off of the Guardian and give it to Hoffman, who now has 1, because I just used 1. This is his bonus action emergency power transfer. Stat 7 with a baked in mass, target number 10, so I'll need a 3. That will succeed. With the trigger, is push this model 4 inches towards the target. So the target, clarification. It says target number gains a power token. It says push this model 4 inches towards the target. Since the target is...
Target was the Guardian, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So you
Push him towards the Guardian.
Okay. Which is going to push me into the wall.
Yep.
And Hoffman's done.
All
That goes
right.
to 2. This will go to 3.
Going to go ahead and activate this Krulligan. He is going to discard a card to by your side. So he is going to zip his way over here. He is then going to press the button and give me another Turf War marker. And then he will focus, and he is done.
Cool. Let's go with the... I'll go with Joss. Joss is now fast from the last activation, so he'll get 3 AP this turn. With his first AP, he is going to charge McMorning. So since McMorning is 2, is it possible for me to get in a place where Molly won't be able to see me
Nope.
up there?
That might have actually been a planned move, and you didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care. I'm still, yeah.
You have a 1-inch melee. I have set it up so you could not hide from me and attack me.
I think he's
Okay.
referring to is it geometrically possible to hide behind the 2-inch model.
To hide behind the 2-inch model. Right.
But she's height 4, so I don't know
Yeah,
if she
as I'm saying, models do not
Unders-
cast shadow.
Yeah.
what he said.
That part. So I will go to here. I'll just get just within the 1 inch. All right. And when I charge, I gain a power token, which will bring me up to 7. I am going to be using that power token right now, so I'm not even going to mark it down. And I do have a focus from the first turn. I'm not sure. I'll go ahead and use that as well.
All right, I'm going to use my focus off of McMorning.
So, fast attack.
Yep.
You're going to get 3, a positive and the focus, right?
Who?
So you're going to use the positive and
No.
the focus?
With Joss, he can't use the power tokens in the same manner as everyone
Got it,
else.
okay.
When he uses a power token, if he discards or gains a power token during this action, his damage is irreducible.
Got it.
Well, so technically you don't have to use it then because when you charged, you gained it.
Exactly. So that's what I was saying. It went up to 7, and I'm bringing it back down to 6. So.
Well, that's what I mean is that so the wording
Okay.
of it is when you would gain or spend. So when you charge and you gain, it triggers the irreducible. So
Right.
you can stay at 7.
I can stay at 7.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if the charging was gaining it before the action happened, and you still had to pay the
Well,
tax.
no, the arc axis is separate from the charge.
That's a good point. Yeah. So I guess you do have to spend it because the action is actually technically
He has a cost
separate.
he may discard.
Right.
Right. Okay. So,
Ignore me.
all right. So I am at a 19.
I'm at a 17. I will make sure McMorning does not die here.
Okay. So that is
I will go to a 20.
20. And I am at a 19. That will fail. Second AP, I'm
Is
going to...
defense 6?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That was defense 5.
Nope.
Yeah. Second AP, I'm going to... So I should have marked Hoffman because he did an action twice. And I'm going to do it again with Joss.
Yep, so declare, just make sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be on a 9.
And I am on a 13. I'm, of course, using a power token to make the damage irreducible.
Alright. I will go to a 15.
Now I'm at a 13. That will fail. Last AP. I'll swing again.
Declared.
Yep. I'm at a 19.
I'm at a 14. I will accept you being on a negative, double negative, because of hard to wound.
Yes. So I used one before, and this is...
You should be at 4 now.
I should be a 4. That's what I'm thinking.
3
Cool.
actions, 3 spent.
Yep.
7 to 4.
Exactly. So I'm on a double negative.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, triple severe.
We burn him out of the deck. We burn him out of the deck.
Hey, I
We had
was...
a happy dance on
Yeah, I'll take 5 on that one.
I will accept 5 damage and blow 3 severes out of your deck.
Deal.
I will be at 7. I am at 7 health now with McMorning.
Yes. And bonus action. I will use my push. Push myself backwards.
Sure.
Am I out of her sight?
Molly no longer has line of sight.
That's what I like to hear.
Don't think it matters anymore for this turn, but hey,
Hey, man.
still better to keep announcing and make sure everybody else knows.
So I did. So I should have taken 2 damage with Josh, correct? Because of less caress.
3. You announce no 2, because you're second and then.
I get one. I get to do one.
You're right. No, I was thinking you did 3 actions, but only 2 of those do damage.
Yep.
All right. Necrotic machine. Move 5. Does not get me there. I do not want to load your hand back up. I know I could now, but I do not want to load the hand back up.
You don't want to give him back those 3 severes and take a bunch of actions with Necrotic Act?
It's really tempting, though.
I mean,
It'd give me points.
do it.
No,
How could it go
I do
wrong?
not need the marker that badly.
It couldn't possibly go wrong.
So I will go ahead and activate that Kruligan.
Okay.
He is going to by your side. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll put him, accidentally nudge that back. Put him about there.
Accidentally nudged everything.
Yeah.
Dude,
Does
he's
that
been
ha-
on the warpath tonight for
Yeah.
just hitting all the things.
It makes you feel good because I'm usually a clumsy head. So
Oh, there you go.
So he will activate, jump over there, he will walk,
Sticky tacking all the
and then turf.
terrain down to the mat.
That is a Kruligan done.
Sweet. So I now have left the Soulstone Miner and the Watcher. Did you summon this turn?
I did.
Okay.
You do have 1 pass token again.
And Night Terror, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Night Terror.
So go ahead.
You are using pass token?
I'm using the pass token.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
No need for me to keep that.
I'll activate this Night Terror. He's going to go to the very, very corner and he's going to focus. Again. Oh, he got 1 for free.
Cool. I'll go with the Soulstone Miner. It is going to stun itself, so I gain a Soulstone. It is going to unbury. Let's unbury next to your Night Terror. And I will take a swing at the Night Terror.
Alright.
And I'm going to use my focus.
Flip on the pile.
Sorry, I'm 3 and a 9.
I'm at 15.
I am a stat 5, so I'm at a 14. And don't want to cheat, so that will fail. It's on you, sir.
Alright, I will activate the Night Terror you just attacked. Oh no, that was the one I did just activate.
I was like, man, that's some
No,
smooth
that's
shit.
that's a
right
new
there.
one. That's the one I usually use. We activate the other Night Terror on the other side of the board. Is Watcher agile?
The Watcher is not agile.
Let's see what range I have here. Stay 1 inch out. 7 base, 3 inches back. I can't make it. I will just focus. He is slow, so that is all I could do there. And that'll be that.
Cool.
I just realized that was the Night Terror that had a lot of focus on him.
Cool. And you have left whom?
Philip and the Nanny and Necrotic Machine.
Okay. I will go with the Watcher. He is movement 7 and also has flight. So he will not be impacted by this terrain. I believe I have enough range to get all the way there. I do. What is my melee range is 0. So instead of charging, I'm just going to use my power token transfer power to do my 2-inch push.
Yep.
And then once I do that 2-inch push, I'm now within the 7 to end up in base-to-base contact when I charge you. Can Molly see me from over there?
I don't believe so, but I can't tell the laser all the way over there. No. I see it behind it.
Cool. Then I will take my swing at your guy using the focus that I had from the first turn.
Now we use the focus I just got.
I love this game.
I'll be at
That
11.
will fail because I black jokered. And I'm a stat 4. So final attack, I'll just swing again. Or final AP, I'll swing again.
I'm at 9.
And I am at age 13.
You have me. You are on a week.
All right, I will declare the spool up trigger to gain a power token.
Or single negative, I should say.
Single negative on the damage. So that will be 1 damage.
3 left.
And the Watcher is all set, man.
Alright. Going to activate Philip and the Nanny. I missed the end of turn. Had Deadly Pursuit on that, but oh well. Let's see. Do that. Did not have a way to move you around. So I will walk back this way. 2 inches.
Your reign of destruction continues.
In my defense, those are really off balance. And 3 inches this way. And then I will charge you. Pram Ram. Because this is generated by the charge action, I receive a positive to the duel. 5 against defense.
Defense is 5 as well.
18.
17.
Would you like to cheat?
I would not.
I do not have a trigger on tomes. So it'll just be a 2-3-5 on a single negative. That'll be a moderate of 3.
It has one shield from its magical training, Arcane Shield, and is a Armor 2 model, so that will reduce all of the damage to 0, as well as killing a shield for this turn. Bonus action.
Not one that is useful for now.
All right. Since the Watcher died before activating, the table is yours, sir. I mean, not the Watcher, Warden. Sorry.
All right, so I just have Necrotic Machine left.
Don't you need to activate the Guardian?
Guardian activated earlier. He threw.
He did the tosses.
He did the tosses.
So we have move 5. So I am going to walk. Getting my 5 will be just to the edge, 2.5 inches in. I'll be just over to about here. I'm within 2 inches, so I'm going to attempt Emergency Surret the bonus action. I need a 5 to get it off. That'll definitely get it off. So target heals 1, 2, 3 and ends the poison condition on McMorning.
Black Joker.
He heals 1. Then that'll be all for me.
Is that turn?
That is the turn, sir.
All
Yep.
right. So we will toss over. Do you want to?
I will remember during the end phase I have Deadly Pursuit on
There
Philip
you
and the
go.
Nanny. So 4-inch push. I will push myself just a little bit back out again. So end of turn 2 point scoring.
Yeah. Who's got points?
I have a turf marker for a strategy point, as well as outflank for a scheme.
So that's 2 for Arcanist.
I also have Turf Marker and Outflank.
All right. So this game is tied 2-2. Mike, if you'll go downstairs, I'm going to have
Absolutely.
a conversation with Jeremy. All right, so a few things. One, I want to thank all the patrons real quick. I forgot to do that at the beginning. Ray and I are almost at halfway to our $300 a month goal, and once we get there, Ray and I are going to do everything possible to bring you guys live streaming games at least once a month. So if you're not a patron, go check it out. It's pay whatever you want. We've got patrons that have paid $1 a month. We've got a patron actually who's paid $20 a month. So for all you patrons, I do appreciate it. So we are kind of what we call the halfway mark.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you kind of where you are and where you feel like going. I want to start with what's happening here in the middle.
Gotcha.
How are you feeling about it right now?
I kind of like it, honestly. I don't mind Hoffman being there. I can heal him potentially with the attendant. If I need to. I have Josh there. I mean, he may attempt to. If I win the initiative, ideally, I'm going to go with the Guardian with the fast.
You don't have to whisper. He's downstairs.
Oh, yeah. Instinct.
Yeah.
I don't want him to hear. He's listening at the door, man. Yeah, so the Guardian is fast. I'm going to bring him over near Hoffman so I can either take the hit as well as he has the fast so he can potentially put some damage into McMorning now since he already has fast.
Yeah.
And then activate Hoffman after that, ideally, and then try to get McMorning off the table.
Okay, so I think the next big things to talk about is corners here. This looks to be a bit of a slap fest here, you think?
Yeah. Whatever happens is going to happen here. I'm going to unbury the swarm, ideally, of course, next to the dead Marshal, forgotten Marshal.
Yep.
And I think it's going to be able to murder it. So
he's a swarm, so
he's a swarm. So yeah, with those positives, he should be okay to kill it off, and then possibly come over here and help finish off this guy.
Yep.
If I do that, I'll have control of this side, and he's going to have to do a lot of work to get over here to get his next point for.
Yeah, so you'll really, this is probably, I would imagine, a priority for you because you want to potentially deny a turn 3 second point, right?
Or in the game point.
Or in a game point, right? Yeah. So get control of that. So over here, you're outnumbered on that side there. So you got the Soulstone Miner, you've got Philip and the Nanny, you've got the Night Terror.
Yeah. Soulstone Miner's getting out of there.
Okay.
Yeah, that is.
You're just going to worry about that second point at the end of the game.
Yep, that's the point. Just bury him down, have him pop back up, and then at the end of the game, have him pop back out down there, and he can hang out on that side as much as he wants by himself. Okay. I'll just focus in here.
Okay, let's talk about your undeclared scheme right now. It's claim jumping. It's on the Guardian. So is the plan to get the Guardian up there in the middle of it? Are you going to wait till this kind of sorts its way out so you're not being threatened here? What is your thoughts?
Maybe it's going to depend on how this initiative flip turns out.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get the Soulstone Miner out of there first.
Yep.
So he's going to potentially have a chance to activate McMorning before I get to make a move.
I think he's got some tough decisions on activations if he wins the flip. I think it's a little bit more clear-cut for you. So that makes a ton of sense to me. So overall right now, how are you feeling?
Not bad. I think it's probably still 50-50. I mean, I'm down a model, but I assumed when I brought in the Warden that I was going to be willing to risk it to get something like that to come up and him attack that instead. That worked out. I would have liked to have gotten more damage into McMorning. Potentially him having the Red Joker in hand was
that was
unfortunate.
That was good.
As I'm sure everyone saw, my hand was pretty terrible.
Yeah, you definitely started off turn 2 with a bad hand.
Yeah, highest card was an 8. So to get out of that, losing only one model, getting some damage in McMorning, got to take that.
Don't disagree at all. All right, so you'll do me a favor, go get Mike. Sam, first off, thanks, Sam, for monitoring the chat and bringing the beer. But can you tell me, we got some pending questions, I think.
Let's see. One of the most pressing questions was, would Craig kill all Arcanist models, or just the most broken Arcanist models?
So you got to remember that my thing with Arcanist is very acknowledged as being very irrational. Yeah. It's born out of when I started playing Malifaux. My main opponent was an Arcanist player. He was a better player than me, which doesn't take much. And I just spent the first 6 months of playing Malifaux getting my ass kicked by Arcanists. Now, on top of that, the fact that they've got a nice selection of busted-ass models doesn't help mitigate that. But I will never stop hating them. But I also acknowledge it as a completely irrational. What else do we have?
There was a request for just a brief recap of what's happened so far for people who are arriving a little bit late.
Okay, so hopefully when we talked, we did talk with Jeremy, and then we'll talk here with Mike. So hopefully that'll help with that. Anything else?
Not right now.
Okay, great. So Mike, lot going on. This was a nice move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was good, and taking advantage of the train. I like that a lot. Let's talk about the different situations. So let's start over here. You've got them outnumbered 2-1. You've already scored your outflank point. You've only got one more to go. What are your thoughts about what's happening there?
I'm feeling very good about this because all I needed was something to stick long enough. I can have Krilligan pop over here now. He's not going to leave that there because Philip and the Nanny getting really abusive on it.
Yep.
That will matter.
So you're anticipating him to bury?
Yep.
Got it.
Which I'm intending very first start of next turn. That's going to be my first activation, trying to go Born Conversation and see if I can trip him up and make him blow a few extra cards to get that to go off.
Yep.
Over here, that was something whenever I got here, I immediately saw that whenever I was picking a side. I measured out. Because we went GG0, couldn't be in base contact immediately. But my first idea was thinking we were still in base contact. It was going to be interact, walk, climb up there, dominate the board.
Yep. Talk to me about the middle.
My intention, while I actually want to explain the crew that I took and why I split the way I did, was my intention was actually just have 2 squads run the sides and have Molly where she could try to see as much as possible. Because my idea was to beat armor is every time he tries to walk to keep tracking me down, every extra walk, that's an extra damage.
Yep.
So I was going to play the runaway game. Terrain didn't favor me for that, so it's a very, very nice board, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, hats off to Mike Malloy, who's a local here in NC. He paints... I used to paint terrain. He paints all my terrain now. If you want to get in touch with him, he is, for the price and the quality, he's just unbeatable. Not only for terrain, but for models. So don't be afraid to PM me. I can get you in touch with Mike. His work is outstanding, and you just cannot beat the price.
Yeah, I've seen the work, and I've actually gotten a quote from him, because I was actually going to have him do my Talos for the Terror Crew.
Yeah.
And It's a pretty good price.
Yeah.
He's going to help me out a lot, but I didn't really have a chance to make it out at that time to go get stuff to him back and forth. So
yeah, it's good value. Good value. So, all right. So you've got a situation here in the middle.
Hoffman's going to die.
Okay. Is that the plan?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was looking at this, but I was seeing what Joss could do to me.
Yeah.
I'm going 100% for Hoff's face first thing, because Hoff cannot make me not ignore his armor.
Right.
His armor does not matter ever for me. For morning, specifically.
Right. That's good. Anything, and as far as the Kruligan and the Necrotic, is that just going to try to maintain the control of the center at that point?
Yes. Not outside of that. So first thing, I'm going to be going in and try to immediately murder Hoffman. And if I can't, well, actually, no, I can still do anyways. So I'll be going Necrotic Machine to get in there.
Yep.
And then Accomplice straight in to get McMorning. Because
Got
then
it.
he cannot cheat with the neurotoxins. Enemy models with a poison condition within 3 inches cannot use soul stones or declare triggers.
We do, and we got to make sure we do the poison damage at the end of turn 2, because who got poisoned too?
Nobody got poisoned.
Oh, nobody ended up
The
getting
warden
poisoned.
that immediately died because he doesn't have armor.
Yep. All right, so let's talk over here.
He's not got enough near me to matter. I can use Forgotten Marshal to pop another shot in, focus, and just take a shot. But still, it's the same thing. I was going with the Night Terrors to help me get these groups into place, and then try to rush the sides to get immediate points.
Yep.
But then for in-game points, I made sure I had at least 2 Kruligans.
All right.
So in-game, as long as somebody hangs out over here, I still have Necrotic Machine, can make his way back, but preferably Forgotten Marshal stay over here and just not die. I will have a Kruligan to guarantee I get that.
Gotcha.
If I have to.
So, in general, how you feeling about the game?
I've been feeling pretty good about it just because I was going with some sideways tech and I don't care about his armor.
Yep.
I'm either going to run or ping damage him.
Uh-huh.
I've played the matchup a few times. I know what Hoff does. I did some extra research while sitting around at work this week. I'm feeling good that I know what he's going for and I know what he's trying to do. I just have to keep him off of it.
Okay, what's your second scheme?
Breakthrough.
Okay, and what's the plan there?
After I deal with this,
Yep.
rush for that.
Got it. And do you have any thoughts on what his second scheme might be?
I'm thinking he's got claim jump.
Interesting.
Because he is the tanky built for last crew. So if he can edge something up through here, he's wanting me to not get the middle. And that's when I started to think about when I wanted to just run that. I thought, well, he's got that look like he wanted to shoot the middle. He wanted that line of sight. So that made me really start to question turning around and changing my path.
All right, great. I'm going to check to see if we have any more questions. You mind getting Jeremy for me?
Yes.
Appreciate it, man. Do we have any more questions come in based on conversations?
Well, we have a couple questions I think that we'll probably do at the end. That's for them, like questions about their list building, things like that.
Okay, great. Yeah, we'll do that at the end. So we'll do a full recap with both players at the end.
A little more pertinent, there was a quest to know how much does Third Floor Wars have to make on Patreon before you'll play Arcanist?
Before I play Arcanist, if we can reach the $300 level, I borrow an Arcanist crew and I'll do a live stream playing Arcanist. So we're halfway to that. We'll add that to the Patreon.
One more time.
So
more time.
someone on the chat asked how much would we have to reach and Patreon for me to play Arcanist.
What's the goal?
So I said we're at about 125 a month right now. If we get up to 300, I'll play do a live stream with me playing Arcanist.
I guess I'm donating more. I guess I need to start donating. I finally had a little bit of chance this week.
You know what we should do for that is we should do a Third Floor Wars battle report, and I'll play you playing Arcanist.
Oh boy, I don't know.
And I'll play whatever the community tells me to play.
Okay, we'll figure something out. But that's
go.
brutal. Any other ones, Sam, before we get started on turn 3?
You heard it here.
No.
All right, great.
Not outside of some list discussion.
Beautiful. So let's flip to overhead, and we'll let these guys get started.
There was a request to see lists and schemes again.
Great. Let's bring those up. All right, so we're going to get turn 3 started. I hear that Steve Bynum has a comment or a question before we get started. So what is Steve crowing about?
Steve wants to know how long it is before Craig realizes that Albus is just Reser Arcanist.
Okay, so Von Stuck is very good. He's not Arcanist good. And he and I can talk about that on our next deep dive. but to Steve's point, Von Stuck is really good. And I don't think we're starting to hear the noise about him because he hasn't. A lot of people haven't played against him yet. I expect 6 months from now, as much as people talk about Molly and Resers, they're going to start talking about Von Stuck because he is very, very good. All right, so let's take a quick look at hands. If we can go to the hand cam, I'll take a look at Jeremy's hand.
No peeking.
All right, so that's where we are for Arcanist. All right. If I can take a look at the Reser hand.
You need me to turn it around?
If you don't mind. All right. That is where the Reser is. All right. And you stoned for cards, right?
I did.
All right. So you currently have 2 stones left, Mike.
I do.
And we've got 4 stones for Arcanist left.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and flip for initiative, gentlemen. Good luck.
4.
9.
12.
Okay. So Mike cheats.
Go ahead.
I'm going to lead off with my necrotic machine here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to check and see if I can just straight charge. Move of 5. Yes, because I'm only losing about a half inch here. So get about an inch away from you. So I'm going to straight charge you. I'm going to use my focus for this.
Okay.
It's a 5 against defense using Venomous Strike.
I am going to use one of my power tokens for a positive on the flip.
Alright. That is a 17.
That is a 9. What does this do?
2, 3, 4, and gains poison 1.
2, 3, 4, against poison 1. Go ahead.
Alright, I do not have a mass trigger. So what were you at?
I am at a 9.
Alright, so this will be a straight flip.
Mm-hmm.
That is a moderate of 3, and you gain poison 1.
Alright, I have armor 2, so I'll take 1 damage and gain 1 poison.
And now the big deal to know is neurotoxins. Enemy models with the poison condition within 3-inch aura cannot use soul stones or declare triggers.
Okay.
I will then just go ahead with a second attack.
Sounds like the score.
Venomous Strike again.
Mhm.
So 5 against defense. That is an 11.
I am at a 5.
Would you like to cheat?
You're at an 11?
This will be a straight flip if you do not cheat.
Understood. I'll go to a 12.
To a 12. I still do not. Which one do I like? I will match you at a 12. Still no mass trigger. So 3 cards taking the worst. It'll be a weak of 2 and another poison.
So I'll take 1 damage.
And then I will use the bonus action.
Another
I
poison.
am still within 2 inches of McMorning. So I will attempt Emergency Surret. Need a 5. That is not a 5. I will not bother to cheat it. Necrotic Machine is done. He has Accomplice, so after this into this model's activation, I can discard a card. Or the model that I choose would discard the card within 6 inches for it to activate. So I'm going to immediately activate McMorning. McMorning is going to charge Hoffman.
Gotcha.
I'm going to use Skull Saw, 7 and a crow against your defense. I'm at a 16.
I'm at an 11.
Would you like to cheat?
Go to 16.
I'm at a 16.
$17.
17. 18.
Okay.
I'll be on a single week, no trigger. Or no, I do have a trigger. It's built-in infect. So this will be 2 cards taking the worst. That'll be a weak of 2, and you must either discard a card or gain injured 2.
Discarding a 2.
All right.
And how much damage was that?
That was 2 damage. I have precise, so your armor is useless.
2 damage?
Yep.
Gotcha.
I will go on to my second AP. I will Skull Saw you again. 7 and a Crow against defense. That'll be a 13.
I'm at 17.
I will fill that action.
Okay.
I will go on to my third attack. Skull Saw, 7 and a Crow against defense.
Oh.
How many more wounds do you have?
I have 5 wounds left.
How many infect do you have?
I have...
Or poison, I mean.
How much did I get poison on your Skull Saw attack?
Yes.
How
1
much
poison.
did...
So you should be at poison 3, I believe.
Yes.
Hmm.
You have a bonus action?
I do. I'm going to use the bonus action Blood Poisoning. Has an 8-inch range. It's a 6 against your willpower. Target will suffer damage from the poison condition equal to the value of their poison condition to a max of 5 damage. Reduce the value of the poisonous condition by 5. So 6 against defense. I will attempt to do you 3 damage.
Defense or
Is it willpower, I thought?
Willpower.
Okay, that's a big difference.
Not bad.
All good.
I'll be at a 13.
I'm at 14. Willpower 7.
Match you at a 14.
Match me at a 14. 15.
You got it. Then that'll be all for McMorning.
Oof.
That was intense as hell.
That was
Yes, that was scary. I didn't like that one bit. Okay. So, what are we going to do next? Let's go with the Soulstone Miner. Stunning it so that I gain a Soulstone, focusing and attempting to bury successfully. It's on you, sir.
All right. I suppose a little struggle there. Let's see. How much range do I have from here? Not enough. Okay. I'm going to activate my Forgotten Marshal on the other side. Because of Whisper, I have Intuition. Top 3, put them back in any order.
Let me know when you're done showing the crowd if you're doing that.
No, I'm good.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
We saw it.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
Oh, did
Make
you?
sure.
So I'm going to take a shot at your
Watcher.
focus for it. I will focus and then take the shot to ignore friendly fire.
Okay.
What about concealing?
Oh. Yeah. So I'm good with that. Because you also gain the concealing from being within 3 inches of a night terror. So I'll still be on a negative.
Okay.
So the
This
the
is-
Night Terror gives concealment. Has a
3-inch
concealment
order.
value.
Gotcha.
So Watcher has concealment.
Right. It's kind of like diesel engine in that sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, except it's
Understood.
not as broken as Diesel Engine.
So this is Peacebringer. It's a 12-inch gun, 6 against defense.
Oh, nice negative flip.
It's almost like I knew it was there.
Sorry,
I'll
can you
be a
show them the two
17.
cards? I didn't have.
I'm at a 17.
Can you show him the 2 cards real quick because he didn't have the flip camera?
Oh.
That was the negative flip, but he had Whisper.
But a strong flip from the Arcanist.
17
No,
against your defense.
Karma
too.
is a thing.
17, sir. Double negative.
Yep. So 3 cards taking the worst. That'll be 2 damage.
He'll take 1 because of armor 1.
Yep.
Bonus action. Oh, right.
I will.
Yeah, because he focused.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking the intuition thing at first was the bonus action, but that was his start of activation.
I'm going to release the dead, naming a rabble riser. So I need a 10 of crows for this one.
Hey, I don't mind.
Filled it.
Okay, he doesn't have it over there. I just knew it was in
I
there.
didn't know that many cards down. I knew a couple of them, but not that far.
Yeah, man. I was like, did you know? Okay. All right. I have a decision to make now, don't I? All right. Let's go with... Yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's just go ahead and go with. I'll go with Hoffman. Oh, that's right. Molly is still up there watching over everything.
Mm-hmm.
Got to think about that.
That's the
Sorry.
eye in the sky.
The eye in the sky. That old thing you
She
got.
might as well just be holding up a boombox playing Stings. I'll be watching.
I was actually thinking on Parsons Project Eye in the Sky.
All right, I'll go with the mechanical
Matchup.
attendant instead.
That'd be a crazy mashup.
Or Hoffman could just have that boombox like pop out of his thing. I always feel like somebody's watching me.
So we go for three completely different songs for the same thing.
Well, I'm going with one from Halloween.
I mean,
Because
fair.
we're just coming off of Halloween. It's not Christmas yet.
I'm
tell
going
Walmart.
with the mechanical attendant. Movement 5. He's going to walk 5 to there.
As a reser, I think you'd be more partial to Thriller.
I mean, that's what McMorning was playing.
He is going to attempt his field repairs onto Hoffman. 3-inch range, stat 5, 10 is 12, so I'll need a 7. There is a ram trigger to drop a scrap marker into base-to-base contact with the target.
I did just see something that I missed. Because I did not succeed my blood poisoning, you still have poison, correct?
Correct.
Because of the catalyst, it's a 3-inch war on McMorning. No, did you activate Hoffman? Or
No, he
I activated
Never mind.
mechanical
Not yet.
attendant.
Just gotta
So
remember whenever you
Catalyst is
activate.
coming. Not quite yet.
Yeah. I thought about saying because remember you said something about Hoffman.
Yep. I dialed it back after I saw that Molly up there.
Okay, so you had a successful heal with the ram trigger. You dropped the scrap mark.
Yep, and the heal is a 1, 2, 3 flip. Heal 2. Final AP, he will, the mechanical attempted will attempt his internal magnet. Stat 5 out of 10 is 10. I'll need a 5. That will succeed. He's going to choose away, pushing models away. He's going to push this guy back. And just push him. I'll still be at range. And be done.
Okay, so Hoffman has how many wounds now?
Hoffman has 7 wounds now.
And you should have 5 soul stones at the moment.
I should have 5 soul stones at the moment because I got one by using the least broken model in the game, the Soulstone Miner.
All right.
You said that with a straight face. I'm proud of you.
I'm going to look at the Kruligan really fast. That's good enough. So I'm going to activate. Which Kruligan is it? I'm going to activate this Kruligan. He is going to discard a card to by your side. I'm going to flip. I can only target a model that can use soul stones. If I succeed, you have to discard a soul stone, and I gain a soul stone. They're little thieving guys.
Sure.
I don't want to use the wrong language on this channel. Would I be allowed to say it? So I still win your soul stones. And now, would I like to go anywhere? I'm going to just push 0 because that keeps Hoffman locked in place.
Sure.
That'll be all for the Kruligan.
Cool. I am going to I'll activate Hoffman
Yeah, it takes it as a 1.
this time.
All right. Activating within 3 inches, you have poison. You suffer 1 damage from the poison condition.
Okay,
You don't reduce the poison you have, though.
understood. I will first attempt my emergency transfer. And I will attempt to take a power token off the Guardian and giving it to Hoffman. It looks like
You're good.
cool. This is a stat 7 with a mask, but and the mask is a push or take this action again. The TN is 10, so I'll need a 3. So that will land. So this will take one of the tokens off of the Guardian and give it to Hoffman. And also, I may end one condition on myself. I'm going to end the poison condition.
Yep.
Cool.
Making me sad over here.
Yes. All right. So, since I took the poison off there, I can't declare the trigger, so it stops there and I won't be able to push or anything. But I no longer have the poison, so now I can declare triggers again, right? I think.
Yes.
And soul.
Soul stones.
And use soul stones. Sweet. So first thing, let's attempt to give Joss fast with overcharge. This is a stat 6, TN 12. I'll need a 6. That is not a 6, and we want this to happen. So Joss will gain fast and a power token. Okay, next AP. I am going to attempt to... I'll overcharge myself. It's friendly construct only. I am friendly to myself.
Is it an attack?
It is a tactical action.
Okay.
So I would gain fast, which will do nothing, and gain a power token, but also enemy models within a 2-inch pulse of the target must each pass a TN 15 move duel or suffer 1 damage and gain 1 injury. So I will need a 6. That is a 6 of the song.
You did find it.
I should have swung at you instead or something.
Any
No.
trigger?
There are no triggers on this, so TN 15 move duels for your gang.
Yep. We'll go left to right, so that would be Necrotic Machine. TN 15 needed 10. Nailed it. McMorning. TN 10 need 10. Fail it. 1 damage, injured 1. And then Kruligan. Needing an 11. Almost. So 1 damage and injured 1. 4 health left.
I'm gonna have to admit, you guys have really sold me on those condition dials.
Yeah, I was just about to actually call them out. So those condition dials are by Schooner Labs. Anybody who listens to the podcast knows that that Schooner Labs is a friend of the show, and I'm a huge fan of the dials. One of the secret things that I love about them is you see them how they stack because of the way the magnets work. It's really nice.
And they always see, because the way he glues them in,
Yep,
it's always leveled just a little bit closer to the middle. When you break them apart, it is always
it's awesome.
at the right spot.
Yeah, it's
You
really
never,
nice.
almost never break into that.
Yep, no, it's very clever.
I'm just watching like you guys track conditions and going, man, using markers is so old school.
Yeah, no, the dials are
Step
great.
up your game.
Okay.
I'm using little tiny markers only because they were a bit cheaper and I could just like flood them in a lot quicker.
Mm-hmm.
But I was looking at the dials.
I declared the same action twice, so I'll take the Molly.
You did, because the second one was on yourself.
Yep.
I did miss that.
Yes, you did.
Very nice, you, Jeremy.
Hey, man, I'm an honest guy. And
Even though he's an
you play
arcanist.
Arcanist.
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? See, we get a bad rep. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I'm about to rock some Colette all this month.
All right, and then my final AP, I will attempt my Enhanced Fist onto McMorning. Stat 6 against your defense.
All right. Because of injured, I am now at a defense 5. 10.
16.
You got me.
All right. So 10 to 16 is a straight flip.
Hard to wound. Negative flip.
Negative flip. 4 damage.
Take it. Still have 3 left.
And that was Hoffman's final AP. I believe I'm fast. He did it on himself. Took a swing, and he did the bonus action to end the condition. So, it's on you, sir.
All right. Let's see where I would be able to get to. So I'm going to go ahead and activate Molly. Cards you have in hand.
2.
So I will draw 2 to match.
Be careful when you pick them up like
Didn't
that.
mean to. I was meaning to show it to the camera. I forgot to tell
know,
you.
man. Yeah.
The question
I
is,
got-
why does he have 2 red jokers?
Some questions don't need to be answered. You got to play dirty to beat dirty.
I mean, we're Gandalf.
I mean, I not beat dirty. I just gave you. All right, man. All right.
Then I will place a scheme marker in front of myself. I will attempt to remove the scheme marker right in front of myself using Lost Knowledge. I need a 5. This will allow me to draw 2 cards.
Fail.
Nailed it.
Call me dirty.
Look away. I got those.
Yeah. I hope they're the cards you deserve.
They were. They absolutely were. I guarantee it.
Pick that up.
Yes.
Yes.
So that was 2 actions, right? To drop and to pick
Yep.
up.
Okay.
So drop and pick up. And I have nothing else around me to do, so I will just drop 1 again. We just like to stand here and watch you. Creeping like that. Back to you.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
How many wounds left on McMorning?
Morning still has 3.
3 remaining. All right. Let's. Do you have any models that can heal him?
I do. The
Nearby.
necrotic machine standing right beside him.
Who is already activated this
Yes.
turn? Understood. And the rules for unburying the swarm are
Pass the TN13 duel, you get to come back. Fail the duel, you're still buried and you waste your activation.
ooh, good to know.
It is the pine box that is very well known in Guild. Spit on them too.
All right. So with that, and the Forgotten Marshal has how many wounds left?
6 more.
6 more, and he has he starts with how many?
8.
8.
He has taken 2 damage. He also has hard to kill. So it is 6 and an extra hit whenever you get him down to that 1.
Thank you, sir. That is plenty of information. And I will go with Joss. Joss is going to charge in here. Can't not be in Molly's sight, so
She's always watching.
she is. Just want to make sure, if possible. I'm going to go there instead. And my intention is for... I can't block line of sight with a model that's the same size, right?
Not
Like
if they're the
for
same
a-
base size. Can you?
What's that?
Can a 30 block another 30?
So if the intent has been declared that geometrically that is what you're trying to do, yes. It is.
Okay, I didn't know if they said it was a thing you couldn't do anymore.
No, I think that they
Because
actually.
I thought it was a 30 can never block another 30, but a larger size base.
That was M2E
That was
ruling.
2, I think.
Oh, was it?
Just want to make sure. They
Well-
either changed it so you could or changed it so you couldn't. I couldn't remember though.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
seem to recall that there was like a call out, but the chat will correct us if we're wrong.
And I am just outside of 2 inches of Hoffman, but my goal is to be so that I wouldn't be able to see Hoffman with Joss, if
You're
that
good.
is at all possible, but I'm also just outside of 2 inches. Perfect. Okay, but still within an inch of McMorning to attempt to punch him in his face. With my arc axe, when I charged, I gained a power token to go to 6. Going to use that one to make this damage irreducible.
Yep. I'm at a 9 because of injured.
I'm at a 9 as well. You can't cheat. And because you do have cards again. I'm sorry, you have Molly who gives you cards all the time. Go ahead.
Yeah. Never doubt me.
Yes, my bad.
I will throw down to go to a 15. Make you either fail or waste a card. What are we doing?
I will. I mean, you could call it wasting. I call it
Invest.
yes, investing. I'm going to go with a 13 of crows, which has the electroshock trigger. Going to cause me to discard another power token, but models within a pulse of 2 inches will gain stunned and injured 1. So that will be McMorning and the necrotic machine, but not Hoffman.
I was wondering why you're doing that.
Yeah.
I was too.
Yes.
I forgot he has that trigger.
Yeah, so I am at a 19 versus your
15.
15, so that is a negative flip.
Double negative because of hard to wound.
Double negative because of hard to wound. So that is going to be a week of
One more. Double 9.
double negative. A week of 2. Irreducible. Gaining stunned and injured. For the machine and old McMorning.
All right.
Cool. I will swing again, taking the Molly damage, of course.
Yep. I'm at a now 12 because 2 injured.
I'm going to let this fail and use my fast AP to swing again.
All right.
Sorry. Thank you, sir.
Question real quick.
Uh-huh.
You are able to stone to put your opponent on negative to any duel, right?
No damage.
Only damage?
Yeah, only
So-
damage.
You can stone to put yourself on a positive to any duel.
I will go ahead and do that.
So
Stone for
will
a
I.
positive.
So will I.
I will be sitting on a 11 because of injured 2.
And I'll be sitting on a 11 because of a stat 6.
All right. So let's see what I got. Defense 4. I'll go to an 18.
18, huh?
I told you I deserved it.
You did. You did. Sure. I'll let that ride out. You're good. And I will use...
And this was your 3rd attack? Did you take the 2nd damage too?
I did. I called it out and then broke the damage down.
Let's make sure.
Yep. And then I will... Bonus action. I'm actually not going to use my bonus action. I think I am in the spot that I want to stay right now.
All right. Is Joss a henchman?
Yes, he is.
Perfect. I'm going to activate this Grilligan. He is going to walk charge. I'm going to attempt Expert Thief on Joss. 5 against his defense. 13.
10.
Would you like to cheat?
Nope.
I have another Soulstone back.
And I lose another one.
And there are none of your scheme markers around me.
I don't have a ski marker out.
Just making sure.
No,
Then
this...
bonus action is
make it-
useless. Krilligan is done.
Cool. That was exciting. All right, so
What do both of you have left to activate?
I still have Night Terror over there. Night Terror over here. Philip and Nanny over here.
Are you guys counting for pass tokens?
I have not. I was just going to say we didn't count for pass tokens. I lost a model at the end last turn. So you should probably still have 8.
I have
more
9.
than that. You have 9?
Yep.
I have 7. So I should have 2 pass tokens.
So bad.
Sorry, I'm awful at this game.
No, it wasn't directed at just you.
No. All right. So you have left. Who do you have left?
Philip and the Nanny, Night Terror, Night Terror.
Cool. Philip and the Nanny, Night Terror, Night Terror. All right. How much health does McMorning have left?
McMorning has 1 health left.
McMorning has 1 health left. All
Yes.
right. Cool. Does McMorning have any type of demise ability or anything? That
No.
Okay, cool.
When he dies, he's just dead.
Okay, cool. This is turn 3. I'll go with the Soulstone Miner. He is going to stun himself so that I gain a Soulstone.
You went with him at the beginning of this turn.
I did. Damn it,
Just
damn
him.
it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I don't have a marker on it because it's... You're right. You're right. Ugh.
And he was an honest man.
It was. Now, that changes everything. All right, I'll go with the Guardian.
When you only have 1 Soulstone Miner, you have to use it twice.
Nice.
Exactly.
I'm surprised it doesn't say you could do that on the front of the card.
Everybody's
After this model
looking.
activates, it gains reactivate.
Yeah.
All right, so I am going
I'm gonna
to...
enjoy using Soulstone Miners and Colette. I'm just telling you that right now.
Oh, I know.
It's gonna be all mechs all the time. It's gonna be 2 Corfee duet, or 2 Corfee and 2 Soulstone Miners. Let's do this.
All right, so
Why not a Corfee duet and 2 Corfee?
Well,
I
wait,
will activate the Guardian. He is going to flip the marker. He got pushed into it by the mechanical attendant. And then
Nice. I didn't notice that. Nice.
absolutely. And then I will use my bonus action to push 2 inches. Then I will attempt to toss the mechanical attendant. The mechanical attendant will relent or whatever. Is that right? Yeah.
Yep.
So I can toss the attendant up to 10 inches. Just going to send him straight to there.
I'm not sure you flipped below a severe for toss even once this game.
He really wants to toss things.
Yeah. Apparently.
It's all that overcharging he's been doing.
All right. So that
Bunch of steroids.
is 2 AP. He was fast from the last turn.
Yep.
And now he is going to charge. See if I can charge. My movement is 4, right? 4. Can't quite get to McMorning, but what is what's the necrotic machine? Can I see his card real quick?
Also has injured 1 and stunned at the moment.
Injure 1 and stun. Okay. Armor 2. And how much health?
4 health.
4 health. And the Kruligan. This right here as well. What's his wounds and...
He still has 2 wounds. He has hard to wound.
2 wounds and hard to wound. So do I go to... And how much armor does that necrotic machine have?
2.
Armor 2. Gotcha. All right. With that, I'll go with the. I'll swing at the Kruligan here with my charged action.
Yep.
I am going to use one of my power tokens for a.
I made a mistake. That was the wrong Kruligan. I was looking at the wrong one. He still has 4 health, injured 1.
4 health, injured 1.
Yeah.
And that doesn't change my decision.
Okay. That'll be a 13.
That'll be a black joker, and it will fail. It is on you, sir.
All right. Which way would I do that? Double check and make sure I can.
That was untimely.
That Black Joker has not been friends to you.
Man, you know,
Actually, it's not been friends to either of you, really.
I don't think it has friends. I think the Black Joker
It's
is
showing off for the camera.
It is showing off for the camera.
I'm going to activate the Night Terror that is back here. It is going to go 5 to here, and then go again. Because of flight, I can't quite make it over that, so I'll go just up to the edge of it. And then that'll be all. I believe you still have Watcher.
I have
And a
Watcher and a Swarm and a couple pass tokens.
Yeah.
And how many wounds does this guy have?
3.
I'll go with the. I'll go with the Watcher. He will just take a swing at the old Night Terror. And he will use one of his power tokens for a +2 to the flip. Stat 4 against your defense.
Alright. 18.
At a 10. Not going to cheat it. Last AP. I will. And bonus action. Let me think about it.
Molly cannot currently see you.
Understood. There's a lot of things over here that can see me and attack me.
Oh yeah, just make sure.
Yep. I will. I'll just swing again.
Alright. 17.
That will fail. Bonus action. I'm not going to take it. Go ahead.
Alright. I will activate the Night Terror that you were just attacking. I am going to walk 5. I have flight and I am agile, so no disengaging for me. I'm going to just walk over here. And I'm going to focus. I'm going to flip for that. I will attempt negation aura just cause. Need a 5, preferably mask. Down to 5. 3-inch aura, you have to discard a card to cheat within 3 inches of the Night Terror.
Discard a card to cheat within 3 inches of the Night Terror.
Yeah, not relevant this turn, but it is free.
Gotcha. Now it's on me. I have a pass token, and I'll use it. Go ahead. I have 2 of them actually, but I'm using 1 of them.
For what it matters, I'm just going to double walk, make sure I get Philip and Nanny all the way up in here.
Double. Okay. Yeah. Plenty of room even to deal with the severe to do that.
Yeah,
Just making sure we're on the same page.
yeah. Even if it was all severe,
Mm-hmm.
I still went just about right.
Just making sure.
There's no point in even trying boring conversation. You're nowhere near me. So that'll be all.
Who do you have left?
Nobody.
The Forgotten Marshal's already gone?
He has already gone. He buried your. No, that was last turn. I shot your guard. Shot at your Watcher.
Oh, I thought he hadn't activated yet. I'll go with the Swarm. He has to pass the duel, right?
Yep. TN 13 willpower.
Willpower, so I'll need a 9.
Yep.
That is not a 9. Now, since I'm buried, if I cheat this, that shit doesn't count. Oh, that doesn't count, right?
You're not within 3 inches. No.
Yeah,
no.
because you're not on the board.
Yep.
Just making sure, man. Okay.
Aura and any positional effects do not matter when buried. Nothing can see you. You don't exist.
But you can't cheat while you're buried.
Don't listen to that.
Did you see the look he gave me?
You should have a camera on his face for that.
I was about to find out what it's like to go from the 3rd floor to the 1st floor real fast.
Get out of here with this.
All we hear is the sound of broken glass
Oh,
and
boy.
a Doppler effect.
Question. Do I place him or does he place him?
What does the card say?
It does. I unbury him, so I pick it.
I don't have cards now, man, so I ain't got that.
So I'm looking at is there a point to, does it matter on one side or the other? I will unbury you in base contact with me, but not touching the Night Terror 2.
Okay, cool.
So at least only one of them gets
And I won't get my start of activation moved because I was buried and I couldn't move there. So I do miss out on that from the diesel engine.
I'm not sure that's entirely accurate.
It's been
I
up
had
for
it-
debate. I don't know which way it's been ruled.
I believe because who controls what effect? Like,
What just happened? What's the question?
Okay, I have diesel engine, right?
Yeah.
And it says at the start of this model's activation, it may move up to 3 inches, ignoring other models. Do I still get to do that now? Because his thing was start of activation, I had to pass the thing to unbury into base-to-base contact. Do I get to choose the order on those so I can still move back into base-to-base contact with his Watcher? Or not Watcher, Night Terror.
The way that I've read it is a no, because you have your effects and you have to resolve your effects, and then I get my effects. So it was
that sounds
you go,
right, yeah.
you could not move because you are buried. You go to me,
Hey.
I say take your duel and unbury or not.
Chat weighs in and says, I believe both the check and the push are both at the beginning of activation, so the activating model chooses.
Yeah, that's what I understand as well. So
That's my
you get to
understanding
choose
is
the
that-
order.
Well, and
Active player gets to choose the order of effect.
I thought that may be the case, but I didn't know if it was like since it was like attacker and defender. I didn't
the
know
unbury
if
is not
that
his
put
effect,
that
so they're
weight
not
in.
both his to choose.
Yeah, that's the thing that's throwing me on it is that I think that you
By the
only get
rule-
to choose if you control both effects.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what
And
you're
I
saying.
think because his effect is controlled by him,
It's attacking or activating model first.
Isn't the effect
Yeah, but he
triggered
doesn't-
whenever he just chooses to activate?
Right.
But
so
it is
the-
my unbury effect.
Well, that's fine.
But it's
there-
start of activation,
But,
start of-
there is no choice about when it happens. It happens.
oh
when
right,
he
okay, I got what
chooses.
you're saying.
Right.
So he's the one who's triggering both effects, so he controls both effects. He's active player, so he chooses what order.
Okay.
I'll go with whatever.
I think he gets the push, but
Yeah,
we'll
no, I
just-
think he does.
We'll go
too.
with it because
Yeah.
it's.
All right, so I get.
I'm not
the
going to try
move.
to force the one that's more helpful to me. I'm either way.
We have another
By the way,
vote
I've read
from
them.
chat that agrees with
Yeah.
active player chooses.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
pretty sure it's
We'll go
active
with it.
player.
All right, so I'm going to use the move to move back into base-to-base contact.
And by the way,
think
that just
you-
won you the game.
Yeah, right.
Something I forgot to mention to you sometime before.
So
Later.
Yeah.
actually, instead of moving like that, I'm just going to move backwards outside of engagement, and then I'm going to charge,
Right.
and then charge ending up in the base-to-base contact with both. Okay, so the first attack is going to be affected by, or first AP is going to be affected by the distracted, because I don't have focus, so distracted 1 on the first attack. But I am swinging at, which one has the lower defense?
Forgotten Marshal has a defense of 4.
Which will be
Night
3.
Terror, that Night Terror has a defense of 5 and a focus.
I will go with the Forgotten Marshal. So I'm going to be on a negative flip
Yes,
because they're distracted.
So if we got the -1, I'm at a 9.
And I'm at a 10.
You got me.
Cool, 10. And it also has the onslaught trigger. So I charge, so I will get a positive to the damage flip.
Hard wound.
And I also have strength in numbers, which gives me another positive to the damage flip.
So straight.
So straight flip.
No, he gets double positive,
Hard
accuracy correct, straight. Yep.
Weak damage of 2.
He will take 2. 4 more.
Onslaught attack.
Yep. 6.
11.
You got me.
So you're hard to wound. I have strength in numbers. So I'm on a negative
Yep.
Straight. Oh, yeah.
because I didn't charge this time.
You-
Single week because of this too.
Moderate of 3.
We'll be down to 1.
And then final AP.
Yep.
Taking a swing at him again. This time I won't have that.
Yep.
At a 13.
I'm at a 4.
Would you like to cheat?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so 13 to your 4 would be a positive flip. Your negative would make it it'll be a
Straight flip. Goes to negative for hard to wound. Back up because of strength in numbers. So straight flip.
straight flip. That's what I was trying to get to. Severe of 5.
And that will kill me.
Yeah. Onslaught won't matter this time.
Just make sure you spotted on the attack.
I know. Yeah. I knew I couldn't get it because it was 1. But
So I will throw down a corpse over here. Be gone.
Steve gives us a
bonus action, I could walk, but I don't need to. Swarm can just stay there. And he's done.
Alright. Oh, I was out. Did you have any more?
I'm out of models. I'm out of activations, I should say.
Yeah. So,
So
end of
turn.
end phase, I have a 4-inch push. Just going to push myself back. Go pretty much nowhere.
Could I have a beer? Thank you, sir.
All right, so we are end of turn. Let's do scoring real quick. So who right now we're 2-2. End of turn. Anybody score turf?
I will score turf 4.
Okay.
I will score it as well.
All right, so 3-3. Any scheme scoring?
I do not.
I do not.
All right, so we're 3-3 at the end of the turn. I want to do a quick recap of what models are left on the table and what wounds they have. So can you start with Jeremy with what you've got left on the table and how many wounds they have?
All right. Hoffman has 5 wounds. The mechanical attendant is at full with 4. Joss is at 7. The guardian is at 6. The arachnid swarm is at 9. The soulstone miner is at 5. The watcher is at 3.
Trey, how about you, Mike?
I have Mary Blacktongue Bonnet still at full health at 10. Necrotic Machine full health at 4. Loses injured all over here.
Yep.
Dr. McMorning is down to 1. Philip and the Nanny still all the way up at 9 for full health. First Night Terror, that is over here, is at 6 full health. The Kruligan, that is here, still has 4 health. The Kruligan slightly behind him is at 2 health. And then the Night Terror way off over there by the Swarm is at 3 health.
All right. Anything from the chat before we go to turn 4?
Yes, there's a question wanting to know from everyone how important they think winning activation is on this next turn.
Oh, that's a good question.
Winning initiative. You
But
mean
it might influence things. So let's.
Winning initiative, yes.
Yeah, we might have to wait. We might have to wait because that opinion could change whether someone cheats or not. But that's a good question. A good question that if I could separate them again, I would. So that's good. All right, let's go ahead and put our hands together, and we'll go to overhead cam, and we'll take a look and see what we draw into turn 4. Only two turns left.
That's what I'm discarding.
He just wants to give you a hug.
I mean, it's all good, man. I'm huggable. You know what I mean?
You are. You're a very huggable
Yeah.
individual.
I say it's like a thing with Tony Stark and Peter Parker when he starts to reach over. He's like, oh, no, I'm opening the door for you.
Yeah. The funnier part is when they called that out later. He's like, oh, this is a real hug. Okay, this is nice.
So the necrotic machine, McMorning, and the Kruligan are still stunned, correct?
The Kruligan did not gain stunned. That was from a pulse. No. Yeah, he should have. I did not have that. He had the injured. He did not have the stunned.
All right. All right, let's get those hands together.
Huh?
I mean, Craig is the gatekeeper. I do what he tells me to.
What happened?
Keeps me in the dungeon.
There were some dots from Bynum as a response to your answer on the how important is activation.
Oh. All right, let's take a look at Arcanist.
Stand by.
You spread those out so we can
Yeah,
see
move
them.
those thumbs there, sir.
Yeah, there we go. Let's take a look at each of those individual cards. Good. Okay. And then let's take a look at Rezer's hand. Okay. Is there any stoning happening?
I will not.
Nor will I.
All right. Let's see some.
I have one pass token remaining from the last turn.
Yep.
Yep, so you're at a +1.
10.
Uh, 10. That's pretty important. I'm going to go to a 14.
You got it.
Sweet. I'll go with Joss.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to use his bonus action to push himself out of engagement range of McMorning, and then charge in to gain a power token, and then he's going to use that power token and take a swing at McMorning.
Sure. Going to soul stun to add a positive to this.
How many stones do you have left?
2 more.
Okay.
I'm at a 13.
I'm at a 12. I'll go to an 18.
I'll go to a 19. And I'll declare the critical strike trigger. So I'm on a negative flip for damage.
Hard to wound.
Double negative?
Yep.
Okay. So that'll be a week of 3.
He is dead.
There we go. Get the hell off my board.
Oh, God.
And let's go ahead and flip the turf marker in the middle to neutral, please.
All right.
So that was the first AP for Joss. All right.
You guys forgot pass tokens again at the start of the turn.
Ooh, pass tokens. We did forget that.
Morning was on the board.
8.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll have 1 still.
I think they had
Cool. So final AP. I will use electric discharge targeting the necrotic machine. This is a stat 6 versus defense. Discard a power token. Target suffers 2, 3, 4 damage with a blast on the 3, double blast on the 4, ignoring armor. So I have to discard a power token and go down. Alright. And I will take a swing.
10.
17. Would you like to cheat?
How much damage was that? 2, 3 blasts, 4 double blasts?
Yep. Ignoring armor.
You were at a what? 17?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna make it 12. I'll go to a 14. Have you on a negative
Okay.
for a single week. Yeah, I had it right. Negative. I always mix them up.
That will be a week of 2 ignoring armor.
Take 2.
And Joss is done. So on you, sir.
Cards in hand.
I have 5 cards in hand, sir.
I'm going to activate this Krulligan.
Mm-hmm.
No, this Krulligan.
Mm-hmm.
He's just going to. Would he want to? I need to go with Philip and Nanny first, so I'll activate Philip and Nanny. We are going to fight my way out of that. I'm losing about 1.5 inches, so that'd be 3 inches. Double walking would be 10, losing 3, so I'm getting about 7 inches. Skills.
That was so smooth. I
Boy,
was like,
those night terrors really
That
fly.
is
Hey, man, it's got
2,
flight. Yeah.
then 5 from there.
Yeah, man.
So we're going to get up to about there. And then I'm not going to use the bonus action.
Is
Still,
this
if
mine or
Alex needs.
yours?
And that'll be all Philip and the Nanny. Just double walk.
Understood. All right. I am going to go with... Let's go with Hoffman. Hoffman is going to... when he activates, the pulse is going to go out for Power Nexus, giving himself the Mechanical Attendant, Joss, and the Guardian are all going to get a power token. All right. Next, he is going to attempt... let's go with Overcharge onto the Guardian. Stat 6, TN 12. That is way more than the 6 I needed. That is the whole 12. So the Guardian will get fast as well as a power token. And then enemy models within a 2-inch range will have to take the TN 15 move duel or suffer 1 damage and 1 injured.
Alright, so left to right, we have Necrotic Machine. It was TN 15.
Yes, sir.
Need a 10. Nailed it. Krulligan. Sideways needs a 11. We got that out of the way at least. How much damage?
1 damage, 1 injured.
Got it.
Real quick, we have a thing from the chat. For Joss's discharge against the necrotic machine, Joss's discharge is a gun. Was the necrotic machine engaged at the time?
He is engaged with Hop.
Okay. Did Joss spend a power token to overcome the negative
can't.
from friendly fire?
He can't use a power token for that reason.
Okay.
We may have missed it.
If we missed it, he is a hench. I'll use a stone to make it even since we can't go back. I mean, I don't.
I think that's more than fair. As long as what matters is Mike's good with it. So
Yeah. It's however.
Okay.
And we missed it. We missed it.
We missed it, and I would rather it do it like that
You're
than
right. Yep.
that way. Because if I'd have known that, I would have used the stone. So
And also, does Joss get a scrap from killing McMart?
He does.
he does. He does generate scrap, and
Do I put that out or do you?
He puts it out.
enemy models killed by this model drop a scrap mod in addition to any other markers. So does he drop scrap on his own? Like, is he a
No.
construct?
Corpse.
Corpse. So you dropped both.
Yeah.
Understood.
I just tossed the scrap on top.
Understood.
Since we can't place exactly where it was rough. This close enough.
Fair enough. So that was the first AP for Hoffman. I will attempt that again onto Joss, and of course take the damage for the thing for Molly.
Yep.
Need a 6. That'll land. Is the necrotic machine within 2?
Looks like it.
Cool. No, so he will, and this Kruligan, of course, will both need to take the 10, 15 move duel.
Alright. Check them first. So, necrotic machine needs a 10. What was it? 1 damage, 1 injured.
Yep.
He'll take it.
How much health does he have left?
1.
And then that Kruligan over here needs a 9 or 11. He'll take it. He is at 1 health.
All right, and then final AP, I am just going to. The necrotic machine has not activated this turn, correct?
It does not.
I will attempt my enhanced fist onto the necrotic machine. Stat 6 against his defense.
Yep.
Has a built-in tome to gain a power token.
17. Or no, 16 because injured 1.
16?
Yep. Would you like to cheat?
Sure, I'll cheat to a 16.
Sure.
So that's a double negative.
Oh, I go.
Yes.
I have the knock aside trigger to push the target up before it's in any direction. Hopefully that doesn't matter. It's double negative, right?
Yep.
1,
3 cards, take the worst.
2.
3 cards, 3 threes.
Yeah, so 2 damage. All right, the built-in spool up trigger is what I want. Gosh, I said it the first time and didn't. He gains a power token.
Yep.
Yeah.
You and Triggers have a very love-hate relationship.
We do, man. I hate him, but I love him because I need him. All right, and that is the final AP for Mr. Hoffman. Just before you go, who over here has not activated still?
Neither of those Kruligans.
Neither. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and ditch a card for companion and activate the companion on the mechanical attendant.
Yep.
And then he is going to. Sorry. Am I already within 3?
It looked like you were.
Okay. So, gonna attempt my field repairs. Needing a 7. That'll get there. I'll declare the ram trigger to drop a scrap marker in the base-to-base contact. Now 1, 2, 3 heel flip on Hoffman. Healing him 3.
You have Red Joker 3 fairly inconsequential duels.
I mean, I appreciate you pointing that out. And then on some level, I'm like, man, could you just take it easy on pointing that out? I mean, I know.
You were there. You saw
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Right, man. We were all here. We all saw it. You know, I tried to be as calm as possible. Like, oh, Red Joker when I need a 7. Oh, yeah, sure. You know.
That's
No
when
problem.
I said something. I wanted the comedy.
Yeah, man. It's all good. Yes,
Nothing
there
but
you
love
go.
For you.
You're welcome.
Are you happy?
Nothing but love for you, brother.
Hey, I appreciate it. It's scrap everywhere. Not a drop to drink. I should have removed the scrap marker when I activated to get a token with the attendant, but I always forget it. So I did the bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will attempt my surprise shot onto the Kruligan over here.
Yep.
Stat 4 against your defense.
Is he engaged with Joss?
He is not unless he has a 2-inch engagement range.
Okay, I don't know. If
He
Joss
puts
did.
himself out of it.
Yep. And I will use a power token in order to be on a positive for this. So he'll go down to 2.
And that is knives. So I'm on a 7.
And I am on a 12.
Go to a 14.
All right. That will fail, and then I will, with my final AP, try it again using another power token.
Taking damage.
Ooh, I would have to take the damn damage. Sure. 14.
11.
Would you like to cheat? I do have a trigger on the crow for daze, which would stun you and push you up to 3 inches in any direction.
No, I'm good.
Okay, so this is a negative flip.
Hard wound. Double negative.
Double negative. So a moderate of 3 and stunned.
He is dead.
And the magnet is, or the, not magnet, he is a magnet, but the mechanical attendant is done.
And that was a corpse. And then, let's see, what do I have around? Cards left in hand?
3.
How many more wounds does Hoffman have?
7.
Yeah, should be able to get easy to it. So Molly is going to walk 5, 3 inches, and then she falls down, taking 1 damage. 2 over here. Make sure I mark her. She is at 9 more health. And then I should have within 8-inch range on Huff. Very well.
Is this a arranged attack action?
It is. It is not a projectile.
Not a projectile, though. Doesn't have a gun symbol.
Okay.
Engagement doesn't matter.
Engagement doesn't matter, but the diesel engine for the Guardian should, right?
It does.
The concealment. So that'll put you on a negative for this, I think.
That is accurate, as long as it's an attack action.
Yes.
How many more wounds did you have?
7.
On the Hoff.
The only thing left to activate over here is your Guardian, correct?
Yes.
She's going to walk up and get a turf marker. And then bonus. Premonition, nobody's in it. So she's done.
Sweet. So who do you have left?
I have the Kruligan right beside Hoff. And both Night Terrors. Off in the corners.
Sweet. I'll go with the... Let's go with the Arachnid Steam Swarm. He is going to be able to move his 3 at the start of his activation to get out of engagement, and then he's going to charge back into you to right where he is. Okay, and that will be stat 6 against your reduced defense of 1. Meta clause.
I will use a focus here.
Okay. Meta 19.
You got me.
Onslaught trigger.
12 to 19, you'll be on straight.
12 to 19. I get double positive. So for 1 for the charging in and 1 for the...
You'll be on double positive.
Double positive.
No, hard to wound. I'll be on a single positive.
Night Terror's hard to wound?
Oh,
No.
Night Terror. I thought it was Forgot Marshall. My bad.
No, forgot Marshall already dead.
All right.
I
So,
totally missed that somewhere.
hey, so double positive.
Yes. 3 cards take the best.
Moderate of 3.
Is dead.
Cool. So,
Too busy punching buttons. I don't even know what's going on.
So you got 1 action left.
will bonus action walk. His movement is 5. Fine, I'll live with it. If she gets me, she gets me. So that's 1 walk. So that the walk was the bonus action. I use 1 AP on the attack, so I have 1 more AP left. Final AP. I'm actually going to.
If you declare a walk, you're going to take damage.
I know, absolutely, and I've already charged, so
Oh, okay.
I don't really have a choice unless I decide to like focus or something. And this guy has full health, so we'll live with it. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I get here, how close do I have to get with Hoff? Sorry.
You're good.
It's about time that I did something like that.
Raw table flip.
I mean, Roper's been trying to destroy the table all night, so.
To be fair,
Jealous of
though,
the terrain.
if you could
It's
flip
so
this
nice.
table with how securely and heavy these things are, it'd be pretty impressive.
I'll
Split
take the 1
one of them.
damage for the double walk with the swarm, and the swarm is done.
Alright. We're going to chance it. I'm going to activate this Night Terror back here. It is going to charge Philip and the Nanny. 5 against defense. Philip and the Nanny is going to relent. Hoping for a crow here. Nailed it. Alright, so
He was now in engage. Oh no, there's no engagement. You're friendly.
Yep. The trigger, it's going to be a 1/3/4 damage flip. I have to discard a card as a cost. Target gains staggered. Because the Night Terror discarded card. No, because it's on ability. It has the fading ability, and Philip and Nanny can copy the fading ability. So is there one that has to go first?
Night Terror has to go first because you have to resolve the Night Terror.
Okay. There's still a chance, so yeah. We're just going to have it go backwards. Then Philip and Nanny is going to... Would be faster. Let's be faster.
Is it a move or a push?
It is a push. You said the cactus. All of this does not actually matter, right?
Well, the whole base is severe.
But but you don't.
Yeah,
You
but I
can
mean,
walk over it
yeah,
all
these are
severely.
just
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all of that's inconsequential.
So we are going to get up to it, and we're just going to push to hit the edge because severe is going to stop the rest. And then the Night Terror will get it concentrate for a third focus.
You got damage on Philip, right?
It is a 1, 3, 4 on double negative. So that'll be a 1.
It was close there. It was close to having to take some smoke, just a little bit.
I had faith.
There's nothing worse than like having a flip for a double negative on a relent, and then like you flip triple severe, and you're like, really?
Yeah,
Well,
man.
I've definitely tried to cut corpse markers off of my own people using Nephilim before, and just accidentally killed them. Accidentally.
All right, so is he all set?
Yep, Night Terror is done.
Okay, and the models left. You have
Kruligan.
Kruligan, and I have Soulstone Miner and Guardian.
Yes.
So, how much else does that guy down there have? Does he have all of it?
Does Night Terror?
Yeah.
6. All of it.
Yeah, all of it, of course. he
With
does.
3 focus.
Refocus. Okay. Man, you want all the smoke over
Which
there.
means he's done not that much this game.
Yeah.
He has scored me Outflank,
Say he
so
scored a point.
he's
Yeah,
done
yeah,
enough.
Yeah,
this
man.
game.
Yeah,
I just mean, like,
yeah, I will
opposed.
stun myself so that I gain a soul stone.
Night Terror don't fight.
I'm going to unbury myself. What is his engagement range?
1 inch.
1 inch. And what's his damage track?
1, 3, 4.
1, 3, 4. I'm just gonna unbury there. Can I be within an inch and within the range to score?
You're very much in both.
Absolutely. I'll do that, and I'll just take a swing. I'm not going to use the focus. I'm just swinging regular to see kind of what happens.
I will use focus.
Yeah, man. You don't need for all of that for me.
I will be at 16.
Looks like a smoker. I will just let that go, and it's all you, man. He's done.
Surely something didn't just go poorly for a Soulstone Miner.
You did just go with the Soulstone Miner, correct?
I did.
Did you stun?
I did.
So you have 2 stones.
I do.
Alright, I'm going to act for the Kruligan and see if how many of those I can steal.
Is this a... and this is a melee action, right?
It is a melee. They have 2 melees.
I mean, hey, you gonna take these soul stones home with you or something, man? You keep taking...
Yeah.
keep reaching in my pockets.
So who's activating the Kruligan?
Mm-hmm.
It is activating.
Who you trying to take it from? Oh, you got to
The
take it
only
from Hoffman.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's the only one who can.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has way too many wounds. He has armor too.
Yes, he does.
Would not be able to get enough actions. So let's just start trying to take stones. 5 against defense. Expert Thief. 9.
5 against defense.
Yep.
I am at a 6. I'll go to a 10.
I'll go to 11. Give me them stones.
Yeah, man. All right. Okay.
Alright, 5 against defense. Expert Thief. How many more pockets can I take? 17.
I'm broke, man.
Yeah.
Alright.
I gotta go find another stone.
Yeah.
Look, a stone.
Yeah.
I just found it on the ground.
Making those miners work for you.
If his pockets are on the ground, I'm
Alright.
really worried about how rich he is.
Okay, so what this is turn... Are we on turn 4?
This is turn 4.
Of course, it's turn 4. I don't never up this because I'm an idiot. All right.
That is a lie, sir.
Okay, so I have the Guardian left. And so first, the Guardian is going to... How much health does this Kruligan beside me have?
3.
3.
Hard to wound and injured 1.
Hard to wound and injured 1, but no armor?
No armor.
Cool.
He could not steal that from you.
Yes. All right. Well, I'll go with my Great sword, stat 6 versus your defense. And I am going to use a token to get a positive.
Because of injured, I am at a 7.
And I am at a 15.
Stray flip, hard to win, so down to negative.
And this is a great sword, so I'll get a positive to the damage flip.
So straight.
Straight flip.
Okay, and do I want to declare that trigger? No, I don't. So, straight flip.
Yep.
Martyr to 4.
He's dead.
Cool. Dang it, I did it again. I activated and did not take one of those scrap markers as a power token.
Yeah, start.
I got to start doing that. Look at all of these power tokens that are just sitting around me. Ugh. I
Get
digress.
good, scrub.
If you don't lose, it won't be for lack of trying.
Hey, man. All right. I will go with the Guardian. Again, for his bonus action, he's going to push 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then he is going to move his 4. The marker flipping for
Correct. For the Kruligan death.
yeah.
Kind of catch him on the not being free with that time.
And then I will walk.
No, Will only remind once, but he got it himself this time.
Remember the severe.
The severe, right? So I have 2 AP left.
That's right, because you were fast.
So I was fast. Do I have enough to get there? What is Molly's engagement range?
She has none.
Yeah. I do not have an engagement range of any kind.
And she's like, Dora.
Oh, can you get there?
I can get there. I am actually going to just walk. Sorry. Flipping the train. I'm going to walk to... If I were to push her back 3 inches, how far back would she go? Just if I were to get within range that I could push her back 3 inches.
Assuming you would do it in
Assuming that I was able to.
and a vector where she doesn't hit something.
Yeah.
So she would lose basically an inch from the push. So she would push about 2 inches.
Okay.
Ballpark.
Ballpark?
Yeah.
Cool. So,
You need to get the vector right so she doesn't hit anything.
And she's got serene countenance, so it's an attack action. You'll be on a negative.
He's got power tokens.
yeah. So I'm going to do that.
I want to say, but I have a Hulk, but I didn't bring Archie.
So go there. And then I will use scatter.
Oh no! So directly away from you?
Yeah.
I'll go there.
We both missed.
How much is the push?
It should be 3 inches.
And you would lose about... So it should be about 2 inch push then, right?
Yeah, it should be a little bit more than that, it seems
I
like.
think so.
Oh, I hit this.
My goal was to get so that I could push her back straight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I want to get
There
her.
you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed that part. I was talking about something else.
Yep.
Gotcha. And that's it. That's his 2 things.
Is that turn?
You out?
Yeah, I'm out of models.
All right. Any... Oh, no, you still have Philip.
The Deadly Pursuit.
Yeah. Oh, okay, right. All right. So
It was very deadly. You broke stuff again.
All right, let's
These
talk.
are so off
There are
balance.
some pretty wibbly
Oh, for
wobbly
everybody at
bits.
home, I want everybody to see this. That's the base. These don't balance.
All right, so let's talk scoring. Anybody score for turf?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Any scheme scoring?
I score claim jump with the Guardian.
Okay. And that's it, right? So
Nope.
we're at 4-3.
Yeah, of course.
4-3, turn 5. Last turn. Let's get our decks ready, or get our hands ready.
Want to take some questions?
How
Have any
about,
questions?
let's make sure we do our pass tokens too. Any questions?
I don't think we have any immediate non-list-based questions at the moment, but I do think a wound recap would be good.
Well, we've got, I don't know if we need to do that, to be perfectly honest. We're down to three models on Rezzer's side. Is anybody close to death on Arcanist side? I
Uh,
think you're in pretty good shape, aren't
yeah, Hoffman has 7. Is at 7. So is Joss. The Guardian is at 6.
Wait,
The
what
Attendant is at
what are
3.
the 3?
you? We've got
Oh,
Molly,
I'm sorry.
Phillip, and...
That's a Watcher and not a Night Terror
Yep.
on that other corner, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. My apologies.
All right.
Kind of looks like a Night Terror.
I'm ready for hands.
I'm sorry, I haven't dumped mine out
That's all
yet.
right.
Ask him
don't-
if he's gonna stone for it.
Yeah, man.
I'm starting to feel like I'm playing dog again. It feels nice.
That's funny.
Why you gotta hit
Is
so
Craig go
hard?
cash him in for you or something? Stealing all the stones.
Just you can get hand cam.
Stoning just because I can.
Wait, you can show each card. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Just put them right in your hand for me, Mike, and then just show
So
me each
among
card.
my gaming group, we refer to cards being not oriented properly as atomizing them because of a guy who used to do it all the time.
All right, those are our hands. Anybody stoning?
I did.
You did stone. Okay.
Yeah, I bet he did. You're welcome. You know what I mean?
Merry
I
Christmas.
threw away 2 ones.
It's after Halloween. We can say that now.
Yes, man. Nobody cares
No,
about
it's not past
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving yet.
I know.
Yeah, but nobody cares about Thanksgiving like that. Everybody wants Christmas.
I do because I'm Puerto Rican. We get panita.
Yeah, man. My birthday is Black Friday this year. I'm trying to get
Oh,
good
is it?
stuff.
That's fun.
Yeah.
You know, load up on them
so-
sales.
Come on, cheap models. All right. So, initial flip, I guess.
Yep. You have 1 pass token left, sir?
I have 1 pass token left. So I'm at a effective 7.
See if you're willing to cheat.
What are you at?
I'm at an 8.
At an 8. What if I cheat? What is... It's the harm in cheating, right? I'm actually going to cause a reflip. Let's go again.
Sure. 8.
That didn't work. Go ahead.
How many pass tokens do we have now?
I have a ton.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 models left.
4.
Would you like to go first?
I would. Gonna activate this Night Terror. He is going to walk, charge,
Out of my engagement, though.
agile.
Agile, just making sure we're...
I mentioned it earlier.
You did. I'm
Oh
forgetful.
my god.
You mentioned that I didn't balance either.
What are you talking about? So it is going to attack. Going to relent. Lands, and I got my crow. So I'm going to...
Nice.
Yeah. Do I want to toss that one? It's kind of like that one exactly for what it is.
Yeah, man, you need that trigger. I don't know. I have no idea what's...
No, I'm good. I'm not going to use it. So I will throw that away. My Night Terror will have a 5-inch push. I will copy my 5-inch push. So I will go...
The Terra's going to go... And it's a push, so it would be affected by the severe, correct?
Yep.
Even though it flies.
Just going to push off this way.
Okay.
And then 2.5. So we're going to... Can I borrow your 3-inch one? Can I borrow your 3-inch?
Oh, of course you can, man.
Just for good accuracy. That's 2.5. And that'll be the Night Terror.
Cool. I will go with... I'll go ahead and go with Hoffman. Actually, Oh yeah, sure. I'll go with Hoffman. He is going to give a power token to the 3 guys around him, including himself. So he's going to 5. Joss will go to 5. Guardian will go to 3. Lieutenant goes to 2. He then will attempt to make the Guardian fast. We'll need a 6. That will land. Stat 6. Target number 12 gets there with the 9. So the Guardian is now fast. Gains another power token. Okay, and then next AP he will attempt to give Joss fast. Like he'll take a point of damage. Declaring 2 near Molly.
Yep.
Need a 6. That'll get there. Joss is now fast. Gains another power token, goes to 6. Last AP, Hoffman is going to use his welding torch onto the Guardian. Discarding number of power tokens for each discarded token, you can increase the range of this action by 2 inches. So it's a 1 inch range.
3 inches away.
3 inches away, so I need to use a power token to get to in range. I'll do that. The Guardian will relent.
You said it had a 1 inch range?
It does, but with using a power token, it adds an additional 2 inches.
Oh, okay.
For each one.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
You got it.
Gotcha. So this will be, since he relents, it'll be a negative. Or what?
Double negative.
Double negative?
Yeah.
What do you got? Flip your attack duel first.
The attack duel, well, no, the attack duel is that.
Yeah.
And,
Then you have 3 on damage.
and if the target is a friendly construct, it instead heals 2.
Okay.
And I'm declaring the built-in trigger to heal the target an additional 1 until the end phase's armor can't be ignored. So that will heal the Guardian up to full, and his armor can't be ignored. And then I will use I'm going to use emergency power transfer on Joss to give the Guardian another token. I'll need a 3. That will land. Built-in trigger pushes the model 4 inches toward the target. And since I don't want to take this action again to take damage, I'm going to push the 4 inches. I took 1 from Joss and gave it to the Guardian, so I pushed 4 inches toward the Guardian, which is going to bump me into him.
Mm-hmm.
And Hoffman's done. It's on you, sir.
Cards left in hand.
6.
I will activate Molly, drawing 2. Let's see what she can pull out of her ass. Your Guardian is currently fast.
He is fast.
I'm going to use one more question on your Guardian. It's a 6 against willpower. It'll be the target gains slow. If there's any engaging models, it'd be a 1-3-4 damage flip.
And this is an attack action,
Yes.
non-melee.
Non-melee.
The Guardian has diesel engine, so I have
Yep.
concealment. You burning a stone or something?
Yeah, I'll burn a stone for it. Red Joker.
Shit.
Didn't even need the stone.
No, you didn't.
So I'll be at a 20 against what?
Against my willpower.
It doesn't matter.
Or
You're not engaging. Or engaged.
Yep.
So I have built in, and of course Red Joker is Prey on Nothingness. When resolving, this may end a condition on the target. If it does so, the target suffers 1 damage. If I give him slow, and then when resolving, take away his fast, he wouldn't have fast anymore, would he?
So the way it's going to work in that case is because slow is part of the initial effect of the ability. He'll gain slow, which will immediately cancel out his fast, and he will have no conditions for the trigger. Unless he has another condition that besides fast.
That isn't. I do not. Because power tokens are not a condition. They're a token.
See. Do I think I could reach that? Because I should have done this first. I saw it. Yeah. Alright, so nothing is going to happen because my slow cancels your fast. You have no conditions, so no damage.
Yeah, well, something happens. I lost fast.
Oh, yeah. I got rid of fast. I'm going to double walk. So that'll be 6. 1 to get onto there, and then I get about 1.5 in. Give me about halfway through the tracks. Did I reach? Barely. I will Premonition 4-inch Pulse. I'm going to have Philip and the Nanny discard a card. Gain focus.
And this doesn't need a flip.
Does not have any kind of flip.
Yeah, just making sure we're on the same page.
You're good. So Philip and Nanny will gain a focus and push 2 inches. They're in severe, so 1 inch.
Man, Philip, what are you doing?
Switch this around
Yeah, man.
so it looks a little bit more. And then that'll be Mary / Molly.
All right. Okay, I will go with.
Nobody saw the sign.
No one scored the strat last turn.
The only point was outflank for.
No, the only point was my claim jump. I can't get there.
His other point outflank, right?
I will. I'll go with the. Do you have? So, does anything left have that by your side and can just kind of pop up somewhere?
All I have left is Philip and the Nanny.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with the Guardian. He is going to use his power token to push 2 inches. Or put up to 2 inches so he can push 1 and get in base-to-base contact with the strategy marker.
Yep.
Well, technically, you can only push 1 because the push is still subject to severe.
You know what I mean, man.
No, I'm just.
I know, I'm kidding, man. I'm screwing with you. I will flip the marker for the good guys.
The good guys.
And final AP, I will focus and be done.
Alright, so Philip and the Nanny, last resurrect activation.
Yep. Going to activate. Be able to get roughly 2.5 inches because my butt's still going to be in the sphere by that point. Going to drop a marker. And then that'll be it.
All right, what you got left? The board is yours, Arcanist.
Okay, so I have Joss and a swarm, and a watcher, and
Yeah.
so minor. I got a lot of things.
What?
Bonus action was boring conversation. Need a 7. Got it.
What does that do?
6-inch aura. If you declare a non-walk action, pass a TN willpower duel, or you fail the action.
What's that 10?
10.
Or 10.
10?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's the same thing Zip has.
It's a card waster.
Yeah.
All right. So he is movement 5. I will. And you said that aura is how much?
6 inch.
6 inch. So I'm just outside of it now.
You are just inside of it, I believe. No, you're barely outside of it. Yeah. Barely outside of it.
Okay. I will use Hoffman's bonus action to push 2 inches.
I mean, Joss's.
Joss's. Yep, Joss. I don't know
It's
my
okay.
models'
They
names.
all look alike. All the machines look alike.
Yep.
For being real technical, that's Dr. Alexei Sokolov.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That is true. He is the alternate. And then I will charge and attempt to attack Philip and the Nanny.
TN,
Yep.
willpower duel.
Willpower is 6.
4. That's good.
And I'll get my power token and use it on the swing.
All right, TN, willpower duel.
All right. So I'm at a 14 for that.
Yep.
Okay, now I actually get to swing, right?
Yep. And
Cool.
I will use a focus. Defense.
Yes, it is against defense, and I am currently at a 9.
16.
16.
Would you like to cheat?
Sure. Let's go to a 20.
You got it.
Crit strike. And what's your number? What total are you?
16. You'll be on a single week.
Single. And
negative.
damage is irreducible.
Negative.
Yeah.
Single negative. I always
Crit
mess up.
strike, right?
Yeah, with crit strike. So
Jesus
severe
Christ.
5 plus 1 for the crit strike for 6.
What items then?
Irreducible.
Yep.
How much left on that thing?
2.
Cool. I will swing again. And use another power token, and I'll take the duel, whatever it is.
Yep. TN 10.
That is not... It's 10.
Yep.
I'll cheat to an 11.
All right.
And then the swing.
I will positive. Stone for positive.
Son of a gun.
Safe.
But that is what fast is for. So I'll just go again.
Yep. I will stone for positive the duel again.
That will pass the first thing.
Yeah. 16.
16. Let's go to a 17 with crit strike.
Single negative.
I will match you on a 17.
Double negative.
All right, double negative. Moderate of 4 plus 1 is 5.
Dead.
Cool. And
Dude,
flip
your
the...
damage flips this game. What the hell?
And then flip the marker.
All the time.
Oh, no, I don't have a marker that I can flip because that went... No, you're in there, right?
Yeah, I'm touching
Yep.
it.
Yeah, cool. Do that. And,
Okay, is there anything... So you've got the board. Is there anything left that you can do to either deny a point, or you think deny a point, or score a point?
I am in a position to score all of my remaining points, so
All
I
right,
don't need to do
let's-
anything else to do it.
Let's do it real quick then.
Okay, I'll score the...
No, let's do your activations to get...
No, he doesn't need
No, I don't need to do anything
He
else.
has everything.
Everything
Gotcha.
is there already.
Got it. All right, cool. All right, so let's talk turf score.
I'll
He has
score,
turf,
I'll score
outflank, and
turf,
claim.
outflank, and claim.
Okay, so you get another 3 points. So that's going to put you at 7
Yep.
all day, and then you are...
Nothing.
All right, so 7-3.
Yep.
All right, good game, gentlemen.
Very good.
Good game. Okay, we'll bring up the handy cam and let's talk through some things.
What time is it? It's 11.
Yeah, we'll keep it short.
All right.
Good. All right. So I guess my initial commentary, that was turn 4 was the turn. Don't you think, Mike?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think the way that the turn four unfolded is what really decided this match. So the first thing, question for you, Mike, knowing what you know now, anything different you would have done with this list?
Ran more. Just run away.
Oh, I'm talking about building, though.
Would you
Is
have
there
changed
any
anything out?
models you wish you didn't bring? Any models you wish you had?
No, it still went exactly as I wanted.
Okay.
I was debating on one switch right before. I kept debating between the one Kruligan being a third Night Terror.
Right.
Because I kept thinking for some reason this was playing explosives before I looked back at the list again.
Oh, gotcha.
So I just want to have one more that could take a bomb and get really far out there first.
Yep.
And then I remember this was Turf War, and I was like, no, it didn't matter.
Gotcha. So don't often see a Molly list without Rogue Necromancer or Archie. Any thoughts? No regrets there, obviously. You've already stated that. What was the decision making on not bringing them? Was it just no room after McMorning?
No point. They can't ignore armor. I can't kill anything with them.
Yep.
If they're not killing, they're wasted 19 stones.
Yep, legit. How about you? I mean, obviously you won, so you were happy with the results, but is there anything list-wise you would change now after playing the game? You're pretty happy with the list.
I'm happy with the list. I was surprised by the McMorning pick. I was expecting Rogue and Archie.
Yeah.
But Hoffman having condition removal worked out. So, yeah, I think my list was fine. I've just recently started using the diesel engine on the Guardian. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
Especially since his movement is so low. So
well, and he's going to be bodyguarding anyway, so why not give him that aura?
Right, and it can. And one of my weaknesses is getting things into position. So anytime I can move a model like 3 inches before their activation to kind of get that last little tweak,
helps you.
Always helps me.
Well, yeah, and if you got anybody who's listens to the podcast knows that those 2-inch pushes, those 3-inch pushes, man, mean everything. It's shocking, I think, to see Hoffman being played, and you just don't realize until you see him on the table just how mobile an augmented crew is.
Yeah.
You just don't.
Right.
I don't think you can read the cards.
You see a bunch of
That's
fours.
what got me. I did the research earlier this week. I looked over everything. I was writing out ranges on everything, what the max I need to stay away was. Because my true intent of this was just avoid you, run away. And every time you had to double walk or walk charge, you have to play around doing that. Molly was trying to get somewhere she could see you. It's just keep ping damaging you.
Yep.
And by the time you got to me, maybe I could kill you.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I mean, I've seen Hoffman played a couple times. In fact, I think I played you against Hoffman once, and it's just the mobility is incredible. So, Mike, in your mind, is there anything that you would have done different that you think would have made a difference? Do you look back at any decision you made that maybe if it was different, it would have changed things, or?
Nothing off the top of my head.
Okay.
One could have gotten a bit better with Philip and Nanny.
Yep.
I looked at going around that way because I was betting on trying to get to the fight. And so I started to go this way.
Right.
And then I started thinking about it right after, and I was like, I can't make it to that. I need to just go for the breakthrough on it.
Breakthrough, yep.
Because that's where I was going back and forth with Night Terror back here.
Your other scheme was breakthrough.
Yeah, that's what. Dude, this was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
There wasn't a point in trying to stone the damage because you could just irreducible. So I was trying to just beat you on the duels.
Yeah.
Which
it worked out. You stole all my stones, so you had them to use.
Yep.
Yeah. But I had like a hand of 3 13s at the end there.
Yeah.
It didn't matter because you were way off on everything. I had no way of getting past it.
Yeah.
I was like,
How about from the chat, Sam? Any last questions there?
Oh, yeah. We still got a few left. So for Jeremy,
Yes.
one question was, why no Peacekeeper? We talked about why no Rogue Necro and no Archie, but the chat is very curious if no Peacekeeper was a deliberate choice.
It was. I thought that the Rogue Necromancer was coming. It's terrifying. Joss is ruthless. So I would have that. Also, Joss, I thought that if he came in and tried to attack Joss, he may kill him and then Joss would explode, which would be ideal. Honestly, I didn't mind if Joss would have died. If he had a lot of power tokens and could dish out a lot of damage and injured, because then maybe the spider or something else could have been over there in my head before the match to help out. Getting buried over here by the Forgotten Marshal kind of changed that plan up, but I like Joss in this spot. That irreducible damage is awesome. Like it worked out at the end here with Philip and the Nanny. I would not have been able to kill that model without him having irreducible damage.
I was drastically more scared of seeing Joss than Langston.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I didn't bring Langston because he only has the one attack action with Molly always having to do the two. Mm-hmm. That's why I was able to do like the attack here with Josh and then shoot instead to make sure that Josh doesn't keep taking the ping damage, or at least that's what I was hoping for.
Sam, any other ones?
From Mike, they are curious what you like about Philip and the Nanny.
I think it's actually very underrated for the mobility trick, and the fact that just as a schemer, it is move 5. You take some night terrors, and you can, like y'all saw me, just fling across the board. If you want to get her somewhere, she getting there. She is going to get there. Manipulative, it's basically mini zip. It is manipulative, so if I haven't gone yet, you're not going to hit me very well, because he's starting to make sense. After an enemy model within 6-inch aura gains the focus condition, it suffers 2 damage. So if I haven't activated, you're trying to focus past manipulative, free damage. Mm-hmm. Or I have boring conversation, that's the other 6-inch aura. Now you're trying to just blow out all these extra cards. Y'all saw off of him, I got like a 8 and a 12 and a 7, I believe. There's some decent cards coming off of there. He wasn't losing no 2s. I wish he was. At least he would have lost some cards out of hand for that.
Other questions?
Yeah. For Jeremy, everybody was wondering how you felt about having to deal with Leth's Caress on Molly. Did knowing about it change your plans ahead of time, or did you just decide to let it ride and deal with it as it came?
Other than the consideration for Langston, with him not having any other attack other than the one melee, not really. I got a lot of armor on my model, so it's never going to be 2. It's almost always just going to be 1. I have 2 models that can heal, the attendant and the Hoffman himself. So I figured between the 2 of those, and the swarm can heal itself if a scrap marker's around. There's enough healing there and enough shielding and armor that sometimes you just got to take the good with the bad.
Having run Molly into an armored crew before, there's a huge difference between taking 1 and 2 damage. Huge difference. It obviously it's half, but it feels like more than half. I think if you have an armored crew, less caress, it just has much less of an impact, don't you?
Yeah.
You don't have to. It's not as much part of the decision making.
Question for Mike comes about McMorning. They want to know about your plan with McMorning. Did you have faith that he was going to live through everything, or was he there to take his message down with him and when he went? Also, follow up on that for both sides was the Black Joker that McMorning flipped in turn 3, in your opinion, one of the more pivotal moments of the game?
It was the critical spot, because that's what I was going to say, was turn 3, not getting the finishing blows on Hoffman.
Yeah.
Is where it all turned around, because then turn 4, everything was committed to the middle, since I knew he wouldn't have Hoffman anymore. There was no more can't ignore armor. Mm-hmm. Cool. McMorning's going to kill somebody else too now. And then not having Hoffman for the heal, not having Hoffman to nudge some people around, play with tokens, get him where he wants them. It would have been huge swing to
that would
get
have been a big deal.
Yes.
So that was a very big thing, and that's where turn 4 just rolled over in his favor.
Yep.
If anybody did miss it, the in between turns 2 and 3 was what I was talking about. Was that original split was I intended to have like Molly, Philip and the Nanny, and some other stuff going this way. Then McMorning, Necrotic Machine, Forgotten Marshal going over that way was meant to take the sides, and both sides would have a way to deal with armor. So like his Watcher being the only thing over there, or I assumed he was going to take a Soulstone Miner coming over this way. I assumed he would probably go for Outflank just because Arcanists get it pretty much free. Somebody's going to be able to ignore armor. Somebody's going to take out a Soulstone Miner instantly.
Yep.
But when I got juiced up in the middle, it looked too nice. I knew he was probably going for Claim Jump when I saw him going that way. McMorning went the wrong way.
I don't know if it would have made a difference, but you were forgetting that he heals on his melee attacks. He left some heals on the table for McMorning.
Probably did.
Yep.
I think he left 1.
1 all total.
Well, I think it was more...
I don't think it would have changed.
I think it was more target selection at that point. He may have been able to attack things that he could have hit and healed up off of, rather than what he was choosing to try and hit.
Yeah.
One thing that I did catch that I missed that, again, I don't think it would have been the biggest thing, but it could have been something, was Necrotic Machines fading. Doesn't say leader. It's just a friendly master in line of sight.
Right.
So that could have been a little bit more healing on
That's
the morning.
Yep, that's true.
Could have made a small difference.
Yep. Any other questions, Sam?
We only got one last real big one. Most of the others got covered. Like, people wanted to know why we did outflank, but that was covered with pretty much why you took your lists. What they really want to know is, knowing what you know now, having played the Reser versus Arcanist matchup, would you have taken a different master? And if so, why? And how might that have affected how you approached it? Also, even if you take the same master, would you now, having played this, change your scheme selection?
I would have taken a different master. We were trying to go for painted crews for the showmanship. So I had a couple options, and I really liked Molly for being the mobility of going places. I had started seeing that plane go right in my direction. So I liked Molly, but I've been really hard for maining Daw, and especially against ones like Hoffman. Into Arcanist, I am loving Daw. My only scare is Rasputina. Haven't faced it. Can't say I like it or not, but that Daw has been my go-to against Arcanist, which is about half of our meta now.
Yeah.
We have a lot of Reser and a lot of Arcanist.
Yep.
So Daw against Hoffman specifically, he has bad willpower, and he has terrible move.
Yep.
You stagger them once, they're going nowhere. They are not winning a duel ever again.
Yep.
And you just steamroll from there. You do not stop.
It's kind of a catch-22 in that situation, because Dahl would love running against Hoffman, but of course he would hate seeing Raspy.
Yeah.
And Raspy doesn't really want to run into Molly. So
well, and Jeremy's got a strong Raspy game, so it was a legitimate threat for that. How about you? Anybody other than Hoffman?
I considered Raspy, but I just wasn't sure. Honestly, I didn't think I could play it fast enough. I figured I play Hoffman probably is one of my faster masters at this point. So I just, for the sake of the game, I wanted to do that. I don't know. I think I probably would have just gone with Hoffman. And if he would have picked Daw, then I would have just had to deal with it and try to figure it out from there.
Yep.
I would have picked a different list against Daw.
Right.
I probably would have went more movement or something like that. I don't know how I would have dealt with Daw.
So, real quick, any scheme you wish you picked that you didn't?
No.
I'm cool with this game, with this list.
Guys, everybody, I appreciate it. Don't forget, we are on Patreon. Don't forget to check out the podcast. Check out the other items on this video. We've got all kinds of stuff on the website to look at. Big thanks to the Patreons, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was cool, guys.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that was great.
Good
Appreciate
times.
the game.
Yeah, man. Now get some sleep and drive to Greenville.